What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another episode of the High Council. This is the special Laying the Force Awakens to Rest. I apologize for the delay. We're still waiting for Ethan. We're not sure where Uncle Ethan is at right now. He's probably, raising money for the next hit comic. So we will see what happens. But I'm sure he'll join us momentarily. We had a few delays with Anna's equipment, but she's here now. So let's go around the panel and welcome everyone. So we have that Star Wars girl, Anna. Hello, Anna. How are you?
I'm good. How is everyone else doing tonight? Thank you so much for having me on the council for the first time.
Oh yeah, pleasure having you. You've been a very requested guest. So now, unfortunately, Jeff could not join us tonight because Jeff's an asshole. And no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, fuck me, right?
So we have from a world-class bullshitters at Jeff Hicks. What's up, Jeff?
I don't want to be here, but you sat through The Last Jedi for me, so I'm going to sit through The Force Awakens for you. But that doesn't mean I have to like it, so be prepared.
And Jeff, I will let you introduce our other panelists.
Well, tonight, folks, we're joined by a special friend of the World Class Bullshitters channel, other Jeremy. He's here tonight. He's a patron of our channel, and we wanted to get him into the fold. So he's a cool dude. He's got a lot of stuff to say about Star Wars, so you guys will not be disappointed.
So welcome, Jeremy. We appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thank you. What's up, geeks and gamers? This is other Jeremy.
So there's a couple of things I want to address really quick, and for everyone asking, EVS will be here. I don't know if we got our lines crossed on communication. Maybe he thinks we're starting at 9 p.m. Central Time, which would be 10. Is that right? 10 Eastern. Yep. And so that could have been it. I tried to call him, so he will be joining us momentarily. So, but there's been a lot that's happened today in the world of geekdom. Unfortunately, Jon Schnepp of Collider, it was announced that he passed away earlier. That really sucked to hear. And so, and then the James Gunn stuff, it's been a wild day online, so much. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to take your mind off of all the craziness, all of the back and forth, all of the nonsense that's going on social media. And we are going to watch The Force Awakens. And so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you both know Jeff and I don't see eye to eye on this movie.
Yeah, because I'm a foot taller than you.
And so we're going to have a lot of fun. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get your Blu-rays set up or whatever you're going to watch at iTunes or Vudu or wherever you're going to watch it. And yes, it is possible, chat. It is possible that EVS is just like, no, I'm not even doing it. Like, I'm just going to let Jeff handle my light work tonight, being me. I'm fine if that's the mentality. This could be a ploy on Jeff and EVS's part. They could have cooked something up without me knowing about it. And so Jeff's going to be like, look, I'm going to rough him up for the first hour. When he's on the ropes, you can come in and DDT him, finish him off.
There's a lot of shit you don't know behind the scenes, man. So.
And so, but I hope everyone is looking forward to this. So before we get started, let's go around the room and let's see. Okay, so Jeff, I think everyone knows you hated TFA from the moment you saw it, correct?
December of 2015 was when Star Wars died for me. And that's all I'm going to say. Go back and listen to the review on the channel. I've talked about it for so long, but I've never met the Star Wars girl, that Star Wars girl. So I want to hear what she has to say about this film.
Go for it, Anna.
I watched this movie quite a lot. It came out right during finals, and I went and saw this movie in between classes, and I saw it a lot just because I knew that it was going to be the last time I saw Han Solo, even though it wasn't the real Han Solo, but it was the last time I would see Harrison Ford. And it was painful every single time I watched it. I had a lot of problems with it, but I thought they were going to be resolved. So it was one of those things where I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, this doesn't seem right, but something's going to be explained, and the next movie is going to be just like The Empire Strikes Back, just like this one is like A New Hope. So when The Last Jedi came out, I was like, okay, every expectation or any hopefulness I had for that last movie is just completely shattered. So I haven't watched it since the Last Jedi came out, and I'm trying to pull it up on Pirate Bay because I do not own this movie, so I'm gonna do that and try to download this real fast.
Anna, and speak up just a tad if you can. I know you're probably talking from your phone.
All right, sorry about that.
No, that's okay, because I know we had some issues. Now, other Jeremy, what was your take on The Force Awakens?
I was kind of indifferent to it when it first came out. I was like leading up to it, I didn't really watch much about it. I saw the featurette that showed off like the practical effects, which was nice. After seeing the movie the first time, I was kind of like, okay, I don't know what to expect from it, but it was decent. I did see it a second time. I did see like a second showing later that night from the first viewing, which I slept through. And then I saw it a couple more times, but each time I saw it, it was just becoming like a normal movie to me. There was nothing special about it. And then since owning it, I've maybe watched it 2 or 3 times.
Okay. And the chat's having a little issues hearing you too, other Jeremy. So just kind of speak up a little bit. No problem. We can hear you, just a little low. All right, I got a couple of super chats to hit on. So Heat Struck said, I know a lot of people love James Gunn's movie Super, but that cringeworthy scene where Ellen Page rapes Rainn Wilson makes total sense now. Sick bastard. P.S. TFA equals good before TLJ made it irrelevant. Heat Struck, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Brandon Moist, 2 weeks of soy might make the moist dry up. Launch my dry corpse from the trebuchet to Mars, so I may spread disease amongst Ruin Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy on Mars. Morath says, hello there, all you people. Jeremy, don't worry. We're all behind you, laughing and pointing. Well, thanks for not making it obvious. God damn. And then Obi-Wan 27883 Uncle EVS is trying to avoid the pain. Haha. Count Duke Nukem, have you ever seen Yo Video Games Last Jedi review? Highly recommended. They're fun to watch and they feel the same as we do, especially Maximal Dude. I don't know how to say that one. Maximilian Dude. Odin's Movie Blog. As a Wokey, I have your back, Jeremy. Matt Damon. Steele Johnson. Anna, your picture is cool. Herpes McDurpington. Challenge time. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. A solo watch party, but every time something cringe happens, take a shot. To the last one standing, I'll give $50 and my eternal respect.
Well,
Bagel
I'll
Goose.
that one.
Bagel Goose, I wish Cecil could join maybe next time. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna get this party started. Like I said, EVS should be joining us momentarily. Uncle E he was up until like 6 a.m. making James Gunn videos, so he probably needed to get a little bit of sleep, to be honest. Didn't he make about 4 James Gunn videos today?
Yeah.
And so Uncle E was he's needing some rest, but he will be here. We will call it the Uncle Ethan Awakens when he joins. You like that? You like that? Okay. So Jason Wells says, okay, I'm here. You can start, Jeremy. Well, that's perfect timing, sir. So let's get everyone to pull your Blu-rays or your digital copies up. We are on 000 right now. Everybody ready here on the council?
Yep.
Ready.
All right, so we're going to start this bad boy in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shit, I forgot to hit play. Crap. Oh, here it comes. Fucking Lucasfilm.
And I had a little bit of a delay on mine. So right now I am at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Oh, I'm at 14 seconds. That's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Don't worry, I can bitch about how shitty this music sounds already. There's no punch to this, man. When you watch the first Star Wars, it just goes boom right in the face with the music. This is just like, hey guys, this is Star Wars. We can take this one easy.
I did always enjoy the first line because I thought the first line in this entire movie was going to be centered around Luke Skywalker, and it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm not going to shit on stuff. Like, if there are good moments of this movie, or at least things that I find okay, I'll be honest about it. I don't lie. Like I said, there are like 2 or 3 things in The Last Jedi that I think are cool. Like when Luke dies and the dual sunsets and stuff, I think that's neat. But that first line's fine. Luke Skywalker has vanished. Man, yeah, I need one of these. There we go. All right, now, sorry, Jeremy.
Oh man. All right. So we have let's see. Great Loner says just give Guardians of the Galaxy to the Russo brothers. Well hung and dung says all of my fellow sociopaths in the house press F now. Press F now, everyone. And then Coney Ranger, I just got an ad on Steam or on stream to take a media accountability survey paid by the Trump Political Action Committee. New sponsor, Jeremy? No sponsors as of now. Not yet. I see a lot of Fs in the comments. So, all right. So let's get this party started. Here we go.
I fail to see how this is a party.
And this will be the final time that I watch The Force Awakens because
Me too.
Because I will be destroying my Blu-rays shortly after, like I've been promising for weeks. There's the First Order ship coming over as the stormtroopers come down.
Now, when I first saw the trailer for this, like the actual trailer, not just the John Boyega popping his head up and going, shit, I didn't like the way that it was shot with the stormtroopers and like they're right here with the shaky cam and the lights and stuff. I was like, this doesn't feel like Star Wars.
No. And were those ships coming at an angle when they were leaving that Star Destroyer?
I think so.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Makani90 says Jeremy's having flashbacks of when he was excited for TFA. Oh, how naive he was back then.
Yeah,
oh,
Jeremy.
How naive we all were.
Not I, good sir. Not I.
Facts don't care about your feelings, Jeff.
But my feelings trump your feelings.
Mine's being a little laggy.
That's probably a good thing. So, American Trent 007's hang in there, Jeff. Prepare, Jeremy. G&G, prepare. Bobo Vasquez, why are you torturing yourself with this garbage? Well, we do it for all of you. I had no intention of watching The Force Awakens again, but you all bullied me into it, like the SJWs that you are. You know I'm kidding. You know I'm kidding. The DJD show, EVS, GG, and the DJD show reading variety at the same time, posting a video at the same time about James Gunn. I got the rumored new director, though. Let's hear it, buddy. Everyone has to go to your channel, I'm sure. Logan Michael 69. At least this isn't TLJ. All right, so here we are with and we may be a little off on our timestamps, but here we are with Poe and BB-8.
Yeah, I'm at the 3-minute 55-second marker. So I'm just right behind you. A couple seconds.
All right, I'm going to pause it just for a minute, and boom, I think we're going to be caught up now. 405, 406.
Yeah, the ship just landed. They're opening up.
Yep, that's it. And I enjoyed this scene. I like and I do enjoy the upgraded stormtrooper look. At least I did. Almost everything I say in this movie that I did enjoy, it's going to be past tense, unfortunately. But I'm not going to retroactively say I hate the movie. That would be a lie. I'm not here. You guys want me to be honest with you, so I'm going to stand by the fact that I thoroughly enjoyed this movie until The Last Jedi came out. That's just how it is. And The Last Jedi has made this movie irrelevant. I think that's the best way that a lot of people have explained it, is that it's made this movie irrelevant, and it has.
So they were reaching desperately to make merchandise when they made a Poe Dameron figure that came with this helmet and then one that came without the helmet. Like they just did the dumbest shit for this movie.
Oh yeah. Dude, they just did the same exact thing with Finn. They made him in his stormtrooper outfit with the helmet that comes off, and then they did the same thing, exact same action figure, but then they put the little blood streaks on it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, well, the thing for me is, like, we saw the extent of Poe Dameron in his jacket with that blue helmet, yet they did like a line. It's just a figure of that. I'm like, come on, guys. I get Luke and Stormtrooper, Luke and Basic, Luke and this and that, all that stuff, but like a 3-second shot gets an action figure. Now, to this day, I can still find the Force Awakens merchandise in my local stores. Like, I was out doing another video and I found a Resistance Rey figure.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, and I don't know if a lot of people in here are going to understand this reference. There's no doubt The Force Awakens sold buku merchandise, kind of like the Wii sold a lot of games, but then Nintendo started flooding the market with everything with the Wii name on it, all these family-friendly video games. And I think once The Force Awakens merchandise was shattering records and everybody was buying it. I think Disney flooded the market beyond anything that anybody could imagine. And if you look, and this goes into my argument, you bring up the Force Awakens merchandise. 2016, the year after the Force Awakens came out, guess what the number one brand in toys was? Star Wars. Guess what? It increased over 2015, $761 million. So don't tell me that people didn't like the Force Awakens. They ate this thing up. Number one brand in toys.
Here's the thing. I'm talking about the Hasbro action figures. This is how, like, when they talk about like certain demographics play video games, they count mobile games. When I think video games, I think console and PC type of thing. With the way Star Wars figures work, is a lot of these things are pre-ordered before they even hit the store. Like, the stores have to buy so much. So are your numbers actually what was sold to customers or what was shipped to stores, what was moved, because what was Hasbro making? And another thing too, they choked on the first wave of these figures. Normally an action figure wave comes out, and then maybe 2 months later or 3 months, the next wave comes out. This wave, there was so much pre-ordered or put into stores that it stuck there and it clogged the shelves. A lot of the Force Awakens stuff is like that basic second wave shit never even saw Toys R Us because they were so front loaded with this crap, and it never sold all the way through.
And that's possible, but the bottom line numbers are the bottom line numbers, and the Star Wars brand did not start suffering in the toy department until The Last Jedi.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not arguing that it didn't suffer until The Last Jedi. What I'm saying is the same stuff stayed around because I know how the stuff's distributed. It's not like they re-release like Poe Dameron, like boxes of Poe Dameron. They come out in waves, and if the wave doesn't move, the stores don't put out the next wave. These stores were clogged with the same shit. It's not like they kept bringing in the same thing over and over because people had this demand for Rey and Finn and Poe. These all sat there because I knew what was coming out next. Like now, today, they announced all the shit that's coming out for the rest of the year. If you go to your local store and you see the Dr. Afterwave for 6 months, that means nothing. They didn't keep re-releasing it. It came in and they got backlogged. So
yeah, and I mean, and then I can speak only to myself, and maybe this played a part into other people I don't know. You know, The Force Awakens, I ate up the merchandise. Force Friday, I ate it up. After The Force Awakens, I ate it up. The Last Jedi, Force Friday comes, and I tell my wife, I'm like, hey, just be prepared. I'm going to drop a lot of money. And I go in there, and I spend less than $100. That is not nowhere near what I thought I would spend. And I don't know why. It's not because I wasn't excited for the Last Jedi. It was like, the merchandise sucked, and there was like, this is the problem with starting a Star Wars movie the next hour, basically. Like, there's no evolution of the character. There's no change in their look, their appearance. It's just like the same character, except you took Kylo Ren's mask off. I don't give a fuck about that, you know? And there was no reason to buy merchandise for The Last Jedi. Then the movie came out, and there was really no reason to buy it, you know? But let's go back to it when we missed it, and I apologize to everyone in the chat. We missed the at least in my opinion, a cool ass moment when Kylo stopped the blaster. Cool ass moment. Jeff, did you think that was a cool moment initially?
The thing is, I thought it was cool, but then when Poe Dameron went, "Do I talk? Do you talk?" That shit, that kind of set me off in the wrong mood. But
yeah, it threw it completely off.
One thing I do want to say is the Stormtrooper armor. I liked the helmet when I first saw it revealed online, but the helmet's either too big or the body's not big enough because it just looks, their heads look so giant. They have no necks. They don't look intimidating. They almost look like comical. Like DK mode from GoldenEye 007.
It looks like a smiley face.
It really kind of does.
All right. I can appreciate the GoldenEye reference. So,
thank you. Right. I guess you have good taste in video games.
Yes, absolutely. I was playing that. Go ahead, other Jeremy.
Yeah, there's like a card from the back end that looks like a Stormtrooper helmet, like one of these helmets. Yeah,
I see that every day, and I think the same thing. I'm glad it's not just me.
No. Like,
all right,
this armor looks like something like Apple designed.
All right, I got a few super chats. So, let's see. Steel Johnson, it's not a party, it's a wake for Star Wars. And I think I always mispronounce this name. Is it High Recluse Grimaldus?
Grimaldus, yeah.
All right, so what part are you at? Can you give us a timestamp, Jeff?
Yeah, 10:45.
10:45. All right. So, yeah, we just saw Ray for the first time. Brandon Moist, I respect Jeremy's resolve and determination. Some would call it resolve and determination. Some would call it stupidity. I like Brandon Moist's way of saying it. So. Mr. Steelman 335. I liked The Force Awakens at first, but then I sensed the feminist bullshit 2 years later. Then it got worse in The Last Jedi. Oh, I was so naive. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong at all in everything you said. Jason Wells, I loved the first 75% of this movie. Let's see. TR Wright 7. What line is more cringy? Droid, please, or I bypassed the compressor?
They all suck.
Yeah.
Out of those specifics, though, which one's worse? Droid, please, or I bypassed the compressor?
I bypassed the compressor because the context of the scene's very important. That she told Han Solo something about the Millennium Falcon. She Ray-splained it. Like, come on. She doesn't know this ship.
Ray-splained it. That is awesome. I've never heard that.
I just made it up. So hashtag.
That is yeah, shout out. If this watch party accomplishes anything or nothing else, we just accomplished something by Ray-splained it. Hashtag Ray-splained it. Copyrighted by world-class bullshitters. Let's see. Triton 1. Jeremy, you liked the episode 4 remake. Did you want to see the OT remake for the sequels? How can anyone walk out of that hopeful for new Star Wars stories? Still like you. Well, if you still like me, then I don't really need to explain myself. I'm just going to take it and run. No, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, I looked at what J.J. Abrams had to accomplish, and I mean, you look at how the prequels were viewed. I like the prequels. I defend the prequels. But
hey, real fast, what timestamp are you guys at?
Jeff,
if you give yourself to 13 minutes, I'll tell you when to press it. It's 10 seconds from now.
I'm at 14:41.
Oh, we're only at 12:51 right now. So
I want to get to 13 then. It's just like freezing and unfreezing. So okay, I'm at 13:13.
2. We're at 13 on the dot right now.
Okay.
And by the way, I have not shared this out on Twitter or anything. I've been too tied up trying to manage all of this. So let's see.
Okay, I think this is as close as I'm going to be able to get to you guys. Ray's like cleaning this stuff.
It's exactly where we are, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right. And I'm assuming we're going to be hearing from EVS in the next 10 or 15 minutes. I'm thinking he thought that we were doing this at 9 Central. That's what I'm thinking. All right. So what were we talking about? Let's see. Okay. So Triton 1 was asking me about the episode 4 remake. So, I just felt like Abrams needed to still give us that original trilogy feel from this fan standpoint, not necessarily my standpoint, but the original trilogy feel. But still kind of, usher in new characters and a new generation of Star Wars. And I feel that, he did a pretty good job of that. And I felt like it was a safe movie. I never thought it wasn't a safe movie. I always felt it was safe, but I always thought it was necessary. And I had a lot of faith in the creative process. And that was my mistake. Now, if I would have not had faith in the creative process, then maybe I would have had a different view of this movie. But I viewed it like Disney would have a plan. I anticipated them having a plan, and I think that was probably my biggest mistake. So this part right here. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, but why the desert planet? Why all this crap? Why not make her an inner city girl on Coruscant?
No, exactly. If you look at the Art of book, Rey's in an underwater planet the entire time. It's basically like Waterworld, and all of the Star Destroyers are all underwater, and she has to go deep sea diving to go get all the parts. That would have been immensely more interesting than another cheap knockoff version of Tatooine.
Thank you.
Anna's no longer at Geeks and Gamers, so we'll
we have an opening at World Class Bullshitters. Dion can't make all of our stuff, so
Tony Clark, make sure you have your anti-soy EPI auto injector. EPI auto injector.
Like an EpiPen, like if you're going anaphylactic shock.
Gotcha. Hi, Recluse Grimaldus, and Finn has AIDS now. Thanks, unnamed Donald Duck Trooper. Hello, High Council, by the way. Midnight Cherry TV. Don't mess with the volcano. Jeff will go Pompeii.
Ooh.
Governor Tarkin is in the house, everyone. Say hello to Governor Tarkin. Governor Tarkin, Jeff, unlike Vader, you are not on my leash. Choke the TFA lunacy out of Jeremy, please. Jeremy,
As you wish.
Jeremy, TFA made money because we didn't know what Disney was going to do. Again, that might be the case, and we didn't know what The Last Jedi was going to do. And The Last Jedi had a booming opening weekend, and it had a 67% drop into week 2. The Force Awakens had a 39% drop, which speaks volumes to the word of mouth coming from Star Wars fans. So, and
we also have to take into account too, though, the hype was so big. Not everyone could either get tickets the first weekend or was able to go that first weekend. It was right around Christmas. Some people still had work. Some people were still in college. I mean, Star Wars Girl just said she was in finals. Oh, I know that. I mean, believe me, when I was in college, I still went to go see Avengers and all that shit on opening night. All I'm saying, though, is a lot of people probably couldn't even make it that first weekend. So they went back or went that second weekend for their first viewing. So I just think the hype built it so much. I don't know necessarily if the word of mouth is what kept the drop from being so severe. We'll never know fully.
Well, no, we won't. But I mean, 900 and whatever it was $1 million domestically, like that is not like that's like double any Star Wars movie ever domestic total. And you can include
if we do inflation for the original trilogy beats that by $400 million.
By $400 million.
By $400 million, it's over $1 billion domestically if you adjust the original Star Wars, just the first Star Wars film alone. Sorry,
right? I get that, but I also don't like inflation. That's like when people say "Gone with the Wind." Well, like there was like nothing in the world to do when "Gone with the Wind" was out.
But Jeremy, that's how money works. You have to take inflation into account. Plus, because ticket sales were 50 cents back then.
Right, but there's also so much more entertainment now in the world. There's smartphones. There's everything you can do in the world. There's online piracy. Like you can't make a valid comparison. So all you have to do is take things how they are in the market as movies are released. I don't think it makes sense to retroactively compare.
But it's not retroactively comparing inflation to inflation. I'm just saying that's how money is. If we're talking like ticket sales, then Star Wars, the first one, still has more tickets sold than this one. If it made all that money in the 70s when your tickets were, what, $1, $2? I mean, all that stuff has to be taken into account.
But $1 and $2 was a lot more money back then than it is now.
If I may interject.
There you are. Where the hell have you been?
Sleeping. Andrea just woke me up like, oh my God, you've got the High Council. Today was this crazy day with what's his name, the director.
Not working at Disney anymore?
Not working at Disney. Yeah. That was a big thing, and I followed the story. I'm on a backward schedule, of course. I ended up staying up in the afternoon just to make sure my videos came out right when each event happened. And then I went to sleep. Andrea just said, don't you have High Council tonight? And I was like, what? No, it's Friday. What do you mean? Like, The Force Awakens. I was like, oh my God. Speaking of The Force Awakens, it's forcibly awaken Ethan Van Sciver. So here I am.
Ethan, I had your back because I did tell everyone, like, you made like 6 James Gunn's videos in like 7 in the morning. So I was like, EBS was up all night. So
yeah. I'm here. Did we start the movie? What's going on?
Yeah, she just met BB-8.
We're at the 20-minute marker. If you want to get your timestamp keyed up, I'll tell you when to get to.
Where do I have The Force Awakens? It's not on Netflix, is it?
Nope.
Okay. I'm so sorry, everyone. I got it. I did buy a copy of it, so.
All right, real quick. Revan Blade says the cart awakens with a C. Revan Blade, I'm putting you in timeout from the channel. I'm done with this blasphemy bullshit. I can't take it anymore.
I love that your fans take pleasure in antagonizing you.
I know, it's so great. Melissa Anderson, I did like TFA, but TLJ destroyed it. I have hope for episode 9. Thank you for the super chat, Melissa. Brian Patnod, I can attest to Jeff's point. I worked as an overnight stalker for a while, and Star Wars stuff barely sold. Shout out to you if you're a former retail employee, because I know that world very well. So, yeah, I feel you on that. Jason Wells, the new ST Lost the Skull look ruined them. Sequel trilogy. Okay, the new sequel trilogy, Lost the Skull look ruined them. Beamer, Jeremy, I was in the very same place as you were with this film. Let's see if it holds up. Haven't seen it since TLJ came out. Beamer, if you've seen TLJ and you didn't like it, I don't think this movie is going to hold up for you at all, buddy. Let's see. All right, here we are with the Poe. We are at Poe and Finn. Now, amazing how Finn. Hey, anybody notice how Finn can't fly, yet in The Last Jedi, he can fly.
Yeah, it's the next day too.
Next fucking day. Yeah, I guess he took one of those online training courses, maybe.
Is this where you're gonna plug your online training course promotion? From the $50 Shave Club or whatever thing, hey, learn to fly a TIE fighter overnight.
Hey, this is the new Star Wars. Everyone gets good at everything instantly. It's the power of the Force, guys.
And I don't think a lot of people bring that point up that Finn, he's literally knows how to do nothing in this movie, and yet then he can fly in The Last Jedi. So Logan Michael 69 boxing match with Ryan Johnson and J.J. Abrams. I don't know who I'd take in that. Who would you guys take in that match? I would take.
JJ would win.
I think Ryan Johnson weighs more, so he could put some more weight behind
he
his
could
punch.
sit on him
with a headbutt.
Oh, that's an illegal move, though, with the thing in that round. Get yourself to 22 minutes and 20 seconds, and I'll tell you when.
Okay.
You're killing me, Jeremy. It's pronounced High Reclusarch Grimaldus. Sorry.
No, I'm at 23. Tell me when 23.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you.
Let's see. Darth Bane, watch The Last Jedi. Now you know the truth. It's true. The DJD show. Alex Becker positive spotlighted Geeks and Gamers on his show. Awesome. I'll have to check that out. I was not aware of that. Wolfman nice. Jack. Ray explains how to be a Jedi to Luke Skywalker. Ray explains how to be a Jedi to Luke Skywalker. I like that. EVS, in case you missed it, because you did, the World Class, Jeff has come up with a new copyright, and it's called Ray-splaining. And we're going to hashtag that. We're going to copyright it. And I'm
going to put it on a shirt this week. Hashtag Ray-explained.
All
ready, Ethan? 3, 2, 1, now.
Got it.
Alrighty. So we're in business. Let me catch up on some of these. There's a lot of super chats still. Morith says, at first I loved TFA because I got caught up in nostalgia, but after I went home and thought about it, I grew to hate this movie. TLJ only made it worse. I feel your pain on that. Jesus Sabalos, did you guys hear that Jon Schnepp passed away? We did. I discussed it at the top of the show. It's been a pretty crazy day in the world of geekdom, and I think we're all offer our condolences to Collider and to the Schnepp family and to anyone impacted by that. And hopefully you guys have some fun hearing us kind of lay The Force Awakens in a ditch where it belongs. And I'm going to be destroying my Blu-rays very soon after we do this rewatch. So, but yeah.
Flush it down the toilet?
No, I'm going to bust it up with my golf clubs, and I'm going to record it so everybody can see it. And then hopefully it doesn't shatter into too many pieces. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because I don't want my dogs to start eating the Blu-ray. So, because it's going to shatter all over my backyard. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So Darth Caesar, Rey is a horrible character. I may turn this off. When she did the mind trick, I knew she was a Mary Sue. She had no training. It's bullshit. Dylan Krubel, TFA equals Ray-splained. TLJ equals Tico-splained. I'm still behind, but if you guys want to jump in, if you guys have anything to say, because I do want to talk about this movie a little bit too. So let's see. Count Dookum Nukem. To me, this was Star Wars A New Hope for a new generation, which meant, as a nicer way of saying, a new hope to electric boogaloo. Mr. Steelman 335, they ran out of ideas for TFA. That's Disney for ya. Zach Briggs, Zach Briggs, do you enjoy sand and creamy goodness of freshly squeezed green milk served by none other than Grandmaster Luke Skywalker? All right, go ahead, Jeff.
I was just going to say, to jump off what that Star Wars girl said, yeah, the sand thing. I mean, this could have been a water planet, and the parallels would have been so different. I mean, I know I'm working on some article written by the douchiest of douche guys. If you think that the Scott Mendelson articles are hard to get through, this guy's article gave me a fucking headache, and I'm not going to give him a shout out yet because you'll just have to wait. But he goes on to talk about how you can never criticize a film because if you say what the characters would do or should do, it's only what you think and blah, 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 and you have to pay attention to the drama and the story. I'm like, what an asshole. But this would have been so much cooler if it was fucking water or anything besides. Yeah, it's why not just call it Tatooine? If you're going to have the same planet, just call it Tatooine.
Yep. This feels, why didn't they show the impact Why didn't they show the impact of the? That's very disorienting. I guess that's the point. You're supposed to feel disoriented.
From what I heard, Poe Dameron was originally slated to die right there.
Yep,
but they
he
wrote
was.
him back
Yeah.
or something.
Well, even when you look at the art book, Poe is actually the black character, and he's a lot older. And then Finn basically looks like Rey's twin, and he crash lands on the planet and finds Rey, and they go swimming and look through the ships to go find something. That's
So
all in the art book.
So what you're
even
telling me
that
is in
was
the art book, it should have been Idris Elba, right?
Yeah, basically.
All right, cool.
Did anybody ever bring up that Finn's boots went from white boots to black boots when he's stripping down, and his pants are they don't
He
seem yeah, he was like, when he was walking, his boots were white because of the stormtrooper, and then like in those scenes
Then he's
when you
in all
see his
black.
feet, yeah, then he's in all black, and like his pants don't really match like the kind of pants you would wear underneath stormtrooper armor.
I didn't notice
and then
that.
respect
Didn't
to
notice
Finn
that.
for not
Did-
taking his shirt off while he's walking through the desert, whereas Kylo Ren's just chilling in his room.
Why would he take the jacket? Why exactly is he taking the jacket? He's gonna want this later. Why is he? Why did he take the jacket? You know, they did a whole Marvel comic about how Finn ended up with Poe's jacket. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. It does seem pretty stupid.
Just like C-3PO's red arm.
Yeah, I mean, there was a whole. This is what Marvel Comics is relegated to, just doing the dumbest Star Wars comics. Like, hey, here's a 3-part series about why Finn is wearing Poe's jacket, and apparently he just picked it up off the ground. Like, what, dude? If you assumed your friend was blown to pieces, like in a crash, and you saw a jacket on the ground, wouldn't you assume some of him is still in it? Why would you pick up the?
That's
Disgusting.
a good point.
Very good point. I can't argue it. Go Kings, go 83. That's not how the Force works. Han Solo to Kathleen Kennedy and JJ. The DJD show. Rey is Luke's niece. Snape kills Dumbledore.
Oh, what?
My bad, guys. I didn't mean to throw that spoiler out there. 007 Cloud. Sup, guys? Got some bleach to help me through this. L Argo 30. Remember Jeremy's The Last Jedi trailer vid? He was pumped. Yes, I was.
Remember the Alamo.
Yeah. Obi-Wan 27883. Jeremy, love ya, but your logic is so bad here. What logic? I'm only using numbers.
What logic?
No, I think honestly, if you use numbers that you can't discredit inflation, man.
I mean, I don't know how you can't discredit it. Like I said, $1, you're saying $1, there were $1 back then, but $1 meant so much more back then than it does now. So to say it was $1 back then in 2018, it's not the same. It's just not.
But that's the same thing I'm getting at, is to compare the box office. Like if you want modern day context for what it made, you know, if you have to adjust it to inflation to see what it would have been like today, to say, oh, this is the biggest ever. Well, if everything costs more money, you don't know if it sold more tickets or not. You have to figure out what, inflation would be to accurately criticize that. Yeah, compare it.
None of those men were fighting back, by the way. Did you see Rey just beat up like 4 full-grown men? They just stood there for her while she whacked them with a stick. Very nice of them.
Isn't that what you do, Ethan? When a 90-pound girl with a
stick?
Yeah, when a 90-pound British girl comes up to you, you just say, you can hit me, it's okay.
I don't know what else I would do. I guess you have a good point.
And how do we know they're men?
Ooh, I don't know.
Ooh,
Those are
how
more
dare
good
you
points.
assume their gender? How dare you assume their gender? Ghosty Ghost says, or hang on. Let's see. John Smith says, Jeremy and Jeff are mostly talking past each other. Jeremy's numbers focus on TFA and isolation. Jeff points to TFA and set up the franchise. Again, if TFA did such a bad job, TLJ would not have opened at $220 million. It's just that simple. That's why Solo failed miserably, because TLJ was such a disaster.
But the Star Wars brand had been suffering before The Last Jedi came out.
But it wasn't due to The Last Jedi. That's why in 2016, toy sales were still #1 in the industry by a mile for Star Wars. That's the point. That's after The Force Awakens. And The Force Awakens is the best-selling Blu-ray, best-selling Blu-ray of all time, more than The Avengers, more than The Dark Knight, more than all of these big tentpole Marvel movies. The Force Awakens blew past all of them in a smaller amount of time. There are no numbers. The IMDb rating for the Force Awakens, 8 out of 10.
That's a fan number. I wouldn't use that one if I were you, because you can make fake accounts and
you can make fake accounts everywhere. I can make fake accounts on my YouTube channel like Cecil does and super chat myself. So I mean,
that would be sad and pathetic. So I wouldn't admit to that, Jeremy.
But I'm just saying, like, all the numbers point to The Force Awakens set everything up well. And maybe not to the best, maybe not. And I know everybody didn't love it. Hell, there's people that don't like The Dark Knight, for crying out loud. So everybody's not going to love everything. But the numbers support that The Force Awakens was a successful launch to the sequel trilogy. And The Last Jedi, with the numbers that you have, we have the numbers, we have the drop off in the box office. All of it points to The Last Jedi being the thing. Like, if The Last Jedi would have been received to the same extent that The Force Awakens was, wouldn't be having these problems with Star Wars fandom right now.
All right, look, I'm still pissed off about the jacket. I'm sorry. That was a completely stupid plot device. First of all, you're on a desert planet, so it's not like you're looking to put on, you're not looking to layer up exactly, are you? So you pick up a dead guy's jacket off the ground of a plane crash, and you put it on. Why? For what reason? And then it's entirely so that Finn and BB-8 can confront you and say, that's your master's jacket. Why would he? Well, I thought that he might want it back. Why would you? He's dead. He's dead, apparently. Like, you would think he was dead. This is infuriating. This is really super annoying.
You talk about infuriating. This is the most annoying part of this fucking movie. The Millennium Falcon is just there. It's, we'll take this one. Like the Star Wars music. Oh, God, it's the ship. Hey, everybody, nostalgia. Why the fuck is this here?
I have no good answer.
We need a Marvel
to sell
comic.
toys. That's why it's there.
See, now if you notice, I'm not
toys didn't sell for this ship at all.
Well, that's true because they didn't release them until a lot later.
And just notice, I'm not defending the decisions in this movie because I can't. And I don't try to defend things I can't. So I'm defending the reaction to the movie. That's all I'm defending. The initial reaction.
I'm just going by my initial reaction to this film. I thought this was so stupid that they turn and there's the Millennium Falcon. And how the hell did Han Solo lose this ship? And all these plot contrivances. Like, this movie, nothing builds logically towards the next moment. Shit just happens. She just so happens to find the droid. She just so happens to do this. Like, at least with Luke, it's like, hey, the droids were looking for Obi-Wan. They got captured by scavengers, the Jawas, and they were going to sell him to Luke. And then Luke just so happened to get involved because of the sale of that. Not because of, like, oh, she just was there in the middle of nowhere and she saved it from a thing.
Well, yeah, and the way I looked at this was, I thought that, again, 100% right. You're 100% right. All of your criticisms you're saying right now. In my mind, I thought that there would be a logical explanation for why this girl is so conveniently everywhere, and I figured it had something to do with Luke, her being Luke's daughter or Obi-Wan's, daughter, or some kind of line to the Force. Something was going to explain all of these coincidences. Something was going to be helping push her into all of these situations. Something was going to be guiding her. I was clearly wrong, and I'll admit that 100%. But that was where my good faith came from. You know what I mean? So
this does look great. They did a good job here. I enjoyed this sequence, even though, yeah, it is incredibly stupid fan wankery that they find the Millennium Falcon and get into it. Still, I love seeing this thing kind of just look at this. That's hilarious. That is really cool.
But if you look at how good she is at flying, it's stupid now. Oh, yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. Ghosty Ghost says, just how high is the High Council?
You'll never know. Willie Nelson could join us and he would feel out of place.
Mako Rex says they should have put the Thrawn trilogy to film. Snoke, Hux, and Kylo combined have nothing on Thrawn.
Here, let me say this about.
Disagree with you.
Let me say this about BB-8 real quick. Did you guys point this out? So Disney buys Lucasfilm. They need to come up with a new kind of droid to replace R2-D2. They just took the Disney logo, right? The mouse ears, and they just took off one of the ears, and that's the foundation for building BB-8. And I know that was a discussion, like creatively. I'm sure that they went, well, we want to symbolize Disney Star Wars. So they did the Mickey Mouse logo and just lopped off one of the ears and built it from there.
I always thought it was meant to be a soccer ball to appeal to the international audience.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I always thought it was a soccer
I just was like, oh, it's a soccer ball to appeal to European fans. Cool, okay. I like Ethan's better, though, because that's how narcissistic Disney would be. It's like, we need to literally put our logo in this movie at all times.
That's correct. But I like the soccer ball idea, too. That occurred to me when they were racing towards the ship, how fun this would look to kids. Kids like to see a rolling ball. But all these creative discussions happened. I mean, believe it. That's where BB-8 came from.
Like, look at that shot that they just made. Look at that. How she pulls off the accelerator, flips it upside down.
She's
Nuts.
so good. She doesn't need Chewbacca. She can do this all by herself.
Tony Clark says Disney just lost their employee of the month. Hashtag SJW, not safe for work. 1467 says Oreo Quart. So in case anybody's not caught up on it, now we've transitioned over from Mario Kart with a C, and now we're saying Oreo like the cookie, Quart with a Q. What the fuck has happened to this community? Like it's basically the Geeks and Gamers community has turned into Disney Star Wars now. Nothing makes sense. Everything's a mess. You guys are just intentionally misspelling words to mess with me now. I'm done. Jeff, take over the show.
You're losing your tyrannical grip among them.
I just need to find more ways to make you upset. That's all I'm here for.
Talk about how much Toy Story 3 sucks.
It sucks a lot.
Oh my!
Do you love it, Jeremy?
I don't
love
love it.
Toy Story 3.
That Jeremy.
Oh yeah, this Jeremy does. Love Toy Story 3.
You got to understand, man. We haven't had enough time to actually have sit-down discussions about stuff. We'll have
just need to, you and I just need to do a live stream on my channel, your channel. We just bullshit about whatever, no structure to it. Just turn the camera on, turn the mic on, and talk.
Yeah, because my problem with Toy Story 3 is I liked the movie enough. I just didn't like the fact that he left his toys. I'm like, I didn't leave my toys in college. I just left them at home.
That's exactly what I said.
Right,
All
but
my toys are
again,
still there.
so what are you gonna do?
They
just
were
make a movie of them
family
be at home?
toys.
All right, we can't get into this discussion. This is The Force Awakens. We're laying The Force Awakens to rest tonight.
The movie's putting itself to rest. This movie is a fucking dumpster fire.
This is true. So, all right. Hi, Reclusarch Grimaldus. Going out for drinks, guys. Good luck. To me, Ray's persona says she wants to beat everybody's ass for no reason. Turn me off right away. Take care, gentlemen and milady. Well, thank you so much, man. Have fun and
Good luck.
Good journey.
We will see you soon. Brandon Moyce, Uncle Ethan, is your trebuchet ready?
Yeah, we used it today, didn't we?
Bagel Goose is in the chat. Everyone say hello to Cecil.
Hi, Cecil.
Bagel Goose says the Quart and 3XL awaken. Professor Geek, did you guys catch the Star Wars episode of The Toys That Made Us on Netflix? Absolutely. That was a fantastic episode.
Good, yeah.
That was filmed here in my town.
I like the He-Man episode the best.
That was
Yeah,
a
it
good
was-
one, too.
Mhm.
I even liked the Transformers one because they brought the Japanese guys that designed the actual toys in. I thought that was neat to see those guys.
More awesome metal. Who cares about the Resistance? Clone Wars is back. Yeah, boy.
Jeremy, this is the only part of this movie that's actually not complete garbage to me.
See, but
With the fucking thumbs up.
yeah,
I actually like that quite a bit.
So is it a
understand-
thumbs up or is it the middle finger?
it's a thumbs up. It's a thumbs up.
I wish
But
it was a middle finger.
I think, and I hate where he's like, "You got a boyfriend? You got a cute boyfriend?" Like that's just so not Star Wars talk. It's so not Star Wars talk. All right, Bobo Vasquez, Ethan, thanks for joining. We need a referee for Geeks and Mr. Shitter. Whomever loses this fight,
I'm
gets
Mr.
the trip-
Shitter now.
I just got that. That's awesome.
That's great. That is great. Rad number 2. Let's play Mario Quard. What the? Now you guys are just. Now
Is
you
that
guys
even
are
a word?
inventing shit. Now you guys are just inventing shit to fuck with me now. This is unbelievable. This is not a safe and work environment like he said earlier. This is nonsense. I can't take it anymore. Benjamin Tech, number of tickets sold for Star Wars 178 million. TFA 108 million tickets. So the first Star Wars beats it by 70 million tickets sold. So yeah, if you look at the inflation, Force Awakens is the 11th ranking movie of all time due to inflation. And
Gone with the Wind is number 1, right?
yes, Gone with the Wind 1, Star Wars 2, The Sound of Music 3, E.T. 4, Titanic 5.
All better films than The Force Awakens.
Empire's 13. Return of the Jedi 16.
Isn't Thunderball like in the top 50 or something? Like Thunderball's a fairly high up there movie. It was a really big hit back then.
31.
31, okay. I knew it was relatively high compared to every movie ever.
31.
Now here's the part where so many people in my theater like jizzed everywhere. Like, oh my god.
It was in the trailer. Like
I know.
I hate it when like things are in the trailer and then people get excited for it, like when it's in the actual movie.
Brian Panod says, or Pat Nod says, in defense of Finn, piloting a repulsor craft is way different than piloting a
Why
starfighter.
do you
Just
do
saying.
that?
Coney Ranger, Lord Santeca, one of my biggest TFA complaints is how underused Max von Sydow was. Yeah, agreed, man. Like they were hyping him up too to be in this movie, and then he just appears and he's dead.
Jeremy, the way they hyped up this movie was, hey guys, practical sets, real sets, practical effects, all these things. It's like it was never about, hey, this is going to be a really awesome next chapter in the Star Wars saga. It's like, remember how it used to be made? We're doing it. Remember this ship? Remember Han Solo? Like the Member Berries was the best example of anything, a way to parody this. Like South Park had it right, like they had with Indiana Jones back in the day. How the fuck does she know who Han Solo is?
Yo, Han
She knows
Solo.
everything.
I hate how these characters are like the. Oh, Jesus, this isn't even funny. This actually makes me mad.
The more you watch it, the more like logically inconsistent it is. It's silly.
I dug this part. Just seeing Han back in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
I will give him this. He's aged incredibly well. Like you could have kept him around, and I would have bought that. You know, he could still do the role.
And he brought it in this movie. Really did his performance. Really
the thing
did.
is, Han Solo is not that physically demanding of a role. You could have kept him around for this trilogy and had him, you know, do something instead of just get stabbed in the chest.
Well, you know, he didn't want to be though. So
He didn't want to, which is just makes me so angry. I honestly, Harrison Ford not understanding how important this role is to pop culture and not appreciating it and wanting to get rid of it is really irritating. That gets under my skin.
I mean, he's an A-list celebrity. That's the difference between, you know, him and Mark Hamill, where Mark Hamill's not an A-list movie star. You know, he's an A-list geek movie star, but he's not, you know, he's not Harrison
But
Ford.
why is he an A-list movie star? He's got two roles, Indiana Jones and Han Solo, and both are equal as far as I'm concerned. Both are equally important to pop culture. There's nothing he's done since that's ever been.
He was
Go
the
ahead.
president of the United
Yeah,
States.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
a
in-
hero, damn it.
Yeah, and he was in what was that movie? What was that movie with Tommy Lee Jones that was so big? The Fugitive. That was
The Fugitive was great. That was a distant third. But are you going to tell me
The one-armed man did it.
Yeah, there's no possible way. Han Solo and Indiana Jones are two of the biggest characters in pop culture, and he plays them both. And apparently, he loves Indiana Jones and does not value Han Solo at all.
I agree with you 100%, Ethan.
It's crazy.
Don't forget Blade Runner.
Yeah, but Blade Runner wasn't really a success back then.
No.
One
No,
thing
but
I'll
it's-
say.
Honestly, who wouldn't want to be Han Solo? So
Well,
blows
my
my mind.
one thing about Harrison Ford with Han Solo, and tell me if you think I'm sound crazy, is he wasn't the lead in Star Wars, and maybe he's the lead in Indiana Jones. Maybe it's an ego thing. You know, like he is Indiana Jones. He's the center of that. With Star Wars, he's one of three people that's kind of the lead. Maybe there's an ego thing with that, or maybe he kind of got screwed over financially.
Yeah, but I disagree with you guys. Like Harrison Ford, regardless of what you think about what his other roles are, he's a legitimate A-list celebrity. Like he just
I
is.
think that. He's my favorite actor.
And if he wasn't, then he would be clinging to the role of Han Solo every chance he gets. But the man has so many opportunities, and he's a grumpy old man at this point. That's just how he is. That's how he's always been.
Isn't whether or not he has opportunities. It's does he understand how important Han Solo is?
Well, I don't think he cares.
I don't think
life.
he cares.
That's the problem.
Well, but again, that's the problem with anybody who's a big star. I mean, when you get so big, it's you lose perspective on things, and that's reality.
I don't think anyone's lost as much perspective though as Harrison Ford on one of his biggest role. Like even Tobey Maguire will come out and say, "Yeah, Spider-Man was such a big deal, blah blah blah. I'm glad I took it." Harrison Ford's just like the Star Wars crap again. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
I think maybe being there, actually living through A New Hope, and probably, you know, when you were imagine being on the set and making A New Hope, and you had to just kind of feel like this is a little wobbly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't see it first, when you don't see the final constructed thing, you just feel like this is a weird little thing that's happening that I'm making here.
By the way, this scene's cringeworthy. It was always cringeworthy for me. For the Rathtars, It was really weird. So, not
Well,
this scene particular, just when the Rathtars enter. I don't
Well,
like
even to
it.
jump off of your thing, I agree with you. Everybody felt like that on set. The British crew felt like that. There's all kinds of behind the scenes footage of like Harrison Ford biting the metal as a joke. It took him all day to film the trash compactor scene. Like this movie, the first one, like they didn't. A couple people believed in it, but people were just like, "What the fuck are we making?"
Right. Yeah. Like I guess being there, you'd have to have a different perspective. Like he doesn't take it as seriously as everyone else does.
No.
It's like this is a fluke that happened to George Lucas, maybe. This is ridiculous. I hate that Han Solo. Can I just say, I hate that old man Han Solo is as big of a loser as he was when we met him in the cantina. You know what I mean? He's still down there acting like a 20-year-old, like scamming people. This guy brought down the Empire. What is he doing? Why are these people talking to him like that? When I'm 80 years old, I don't want to be talked to the way I was talked to when I was 20. Infuriating. Absolutely infuriating.
You don't want to be called Ehe at 80?
You can call me Ehe at 80. But if you want to call me up and say, where are those pages, Ethan? They're late. I'll be like, fuck you, I'm 80.
I've retired.
You'll get them when you get them. You call me sir.
All right, Wolfman Jack says, I honestly just want episode 9 to come out already just to see it fail. I'm not fully convinced Solo's box office isn't enough, but a second flop in a row would force the studio to change. I agree. ARC Trooper Knox. A few shots from the Stormtroopers disable Poe's shielded X-Wing, but do nothing to the TIE Fighter, which is unshielded at point blank. So stupid. Turning 6 turning for burning. I agree with Jeremy about TFA was a success money-wise, but like Jeff, I was watching TFA in the theater this is a bad remake of A New Hope. But Jeremy's numbers can lie when the books are cooked. Look up Bernie Madoff. We got a Bernie Madoff reference in the High Council. That's awesome.
I just Han Solo right there. That sequence with the scene, the take he did when he saw that the thing was rolling at him. It was very Indiana Jones. He did the whoa, and then he moved into action. Was so good. I mean, I'm sorry. Harrison Ford is wonderful. It's great to see him in this role again. He's still as good as he ever was. Man, why couldn't they give him better material?
I haven't seen this movie this sober in almost 3 years. I'm only drinking beer tonight.
If it makes the chat feel any better, I really am not enjoying rewatching this movie. So
I am. That the monster is the boulder from Raiders of the Lost Ark. So Harrison Ford actually did the same take as he did in Raiders of the Lost Ark when he noticed the boulder was coming at him. That was really, really funny. It was very subtle, but it was great.
Geek Core says, hey, Uncle Ethan, thanks so much for liking and replying to my High Council Mount Rushmore tweet. Haven't felt so loved and accepted in years. Love you all.
Well, we do love you.
I haven't seen that one. Is that with all of us on it?
Yeah. We got everyone. Doomcock is the 4th one. And
nice.
I just said a Mount Rushmore of handsome.
I'll have to check that out. Bagel Goose. I thought a good twist might be that Poe's a clone. Bagel Goose, just super chat as Cecil. Just do it. Reveal it. Do it. Do the Vince McMahon. It was me, Austin. It was
son
me.
of a bitch. Jeremy, did you just say "oh son of a bitch"?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Not the only one, man.
I'm so glad I'm not alone.
Revan Blade, Rogue Cart with a C. Now we've gotten to this point. Fucking bullshit.
That's the exact same shot from A New Hope. Like the way that the TIE fighters come in and it turns into the Death Star, that's exactly from the first movie.
And now we're exposed to Snoke, which, like in the original trilogy, we're exposed to Tarkin.
Every time Han Solo's on the screen, I'm happy. I'm loving seeing Han Solo again. He is great. He's way too good for this movie. He's doing a great job. Even though I still feel like he hasn't changed one single bit, like with age. His life is the same. He's just kind of emotional.
They've basically undone everything he achieved in the first 3 movies, which is what pisses me off the most. Like, he has the most dynamic change in the first film.
Well, he believes in the Force now. He's no longer, Force agnostic or atheist. He came
Yeah,
around
he
on the Force.
Andy Serkis is so wasted in this role. So wasted.
Man, but he was the bomb in Black Panther. That was like, he was the best part of that movie to me.
I thought you were going to be like, Affleck was the bomb
bomb
and
in
Banner
Banner.
Joe.
Word, bitch.
Where's
Like a
Andy?
motherfucker.
Oh, that's Andy Serkis. Oh my God.
Was
Yeah.
it ever addressed that
I didn't know that.
Snoke is a hologram here right now, yet he's appearing as a solid, and that light should be going through him, but it's not?
Oh, you
They
guys are ahead
updated
of
their
me.
technology probably.
It's meant to be a twist, other Jeremy. Like, oh my God, he was a hologram the whole time.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Sheena says it would have been a better story if Finn, the stormtrooper, became a Jedi, but it's all in vain now. Thanks, Kathleen Kennedy. Sorry if I'm alone in this. No need to apologize. Triton1, agree. JJ played it safe for the guy that likes data. 40% of is a typical second weekend drop. Look it up. TFA is not special. Avatar had a 1.8% drop in second week. Not a one. No, 40% is not a typical second weekend drop. Absolutely not. No. I mean, 55, 60 is about a typical second week drop. So 40% is not typical for a record-breaking opening weekend. It absolutely is not.
This is
So
too comical right here.
What? Where are you guys at? Give me a time code.
We're at the 1 hour or 52 minutes. If you get yourself to 52 minutes, I'll tell you when.
Okay, because you're at. Okay, I'm at 52:10. Tell me when.
Oh, we're okay. I'll tell you when. I hate that. I bypass this. I wish we would have just said, who the fuck are you? All right, Ethan, I'll tell you.
Get off my
ready.
plane.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Chewie just went. Okay.
Yep, exactly. He's holding his arm and Han's like rest or whatever he said.
So just so we're clear,
I'm at the part with the map.
just to go back on that super chat, Infinity War had a 55% second week drop coming off a record-breaking opening weekend. So 40% is absolutely not standard. That is way above average.
I was so excited when Infinity War beat The Force Awakens at the global box office.
Let's see. And Kenneth LaRoche or LaRock?
Kenneth LaRock, I think.
LaRock. Okay, we know they were men because Ray beat them up. That's good. Well hung and dung. Ethan will fight any teenage girl that crosses him.
I already said that. I will bring on any 16-year-old girl. I will beat her ass. I'm not. I am not afraid of Ray at all.
Wolfman Jack, how to fix Star Wars. Uncanonize 7 through 9. Start a fresh trilogy with Luke mentoring an alien protagonist Jedi, male or female. Have a hive mindset threat infecting the galaxy, and have Disney issue a public apology for Kathleen Kennedy's trilogy. That's a damn good start. All right, this is a good part in the movie. I did enjoy this. So,
did you cry?
No.
Okay, good.
I cried when I had to take a piss for the last 30 minutes of this fucking movie opening night, though, and I held it.
Dude, that happened to me at The Hateful Eight, and The Hateful Eight was a long movie.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it was.
Kind of a letdown, too. Not Tarantino's worst, but not his best either.
I know. I wasn't expecting Jeff Bridges. Or no, it's not Jeff. What's his name? The dude that's married to Goldie Hawn. I didn't expect him.
Oh, Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Yeah, neither did I. I really like Kurt Russell.
Did you notice though that one of the dudes, I can't remember his name, he was the one that was in now I'm blanking on all the names, but his costume was the same one in the costume from Django that the Christoph Waltz played.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. One of the guys that was already at the end, like the imposter dude.
Oh, of the 4 people or whatever?
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch it. I only saw it the one time. What was that? 5 years ago now, or 4 years ago?
I think so.
Logan Michael 69 says, I hate Disney. Just point blank, boom, he hates Disney.
Logan Michael is one of the best fans of world class bullshitters.
He's a big follower of Geeks and Gamers too, so definitely appreciated. Great loner. I knew TFA would be bad because I swore I would never pay for another JJ movie after seeing Star Trek Into Darkness. Years later, seeing it now, I was right. Carl Hungus, The Force Awakens numbers just mean there's a lot of rubes. Let's see. Darth Caesar, how is Rey a pilot if she never left Jakku? Because she's Rey and she Rey explains everything. So, Again, these are questions that I thought would get answered, and I was wrong. 100% wrong.
Here's a question for you before you read the next super chat. If they're answered in episode 9, does it fix anything for you?
No, because at this point they've jumped the gun. I mean, The Last Jedi had nothing to do with the Force Awakens setup, and that's the big problem. Like, it's a trilogy, it's a continuation, and so no, it doesn't. I feel that it's going to be forced if they do it in episode 9. I feel like it's going to be pandering. I feel like it's going to be them not acknowledging their mistakes and trying to be smarter than the audience. Going, oh, we had a plan the whole time. No, the fuck you didn't. So just own it. It's over. We have the high ground. It's over. So
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
backtrack real quick and answer Anna's question, or not question, but her statement about that Christoph Waltz costume.
Yeah.
That was worn by Tim Roth.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can never remember his name.
Emil Blonsky in The Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
Thai TV. I made a fan trailer for the Thrawn trilogy movie from the real canon. It only has 20 views and it isn't monetized. Still more profitable than Disney Star Wars. Count Duke Nukem. The cinematography feels off, too over the top.
Yes. There's just something weird about the way this whole movie looks.
Ray doesn't act like a normal person either. I mean, I never believe Ray. She seems like I don't know. She seems like a foreign exchange student from Mars that's come here, and she's trying to figure out how to human. Like when Han gives her that gun there, that was another great scene by Harrison Ford. It was very fatherly. You know, she's like, I think I can handle myself. He's like, I know you do. That's why I'm giving you this gun. Perfectly dad thing to say. That was totally awesome. Her whole behavior towards him, everything that she's doing is weird and off, inhuman.
Hey, other Jeremy, you're a big toy collector stuff. Is it me, or does his costume look off without the Carillion blood stripe down his leg? He just looks like he's wearing baggy old sweatpants now.
Yo, Han Solo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which do you prefer more? Do you like Han with the red stripes or the yellow stripes?
I like them both equally because what defines my favorite parts of the costumes are usually the jackets or just the overall look.
Right.
Like, I love the Bespin jacket, but I do love his look from the first movie.
Yeah, with the red stripes.
Yeah, in Return of the Jedi, it's just kind of like a lazy mishmash of them both.
Yeah, especially with that stupid coat, the Endor coat.
I hate that coat so much.
Chad Nielsen.
Maz Kanata. Let me just say fuck Maz Kanata real quick. All right, go ahead.
She looks like a tangerine butthole.
Annoying as hell.
Chad Nielsen, the inside of the Falcon looks so low budget, drives me crazy. Bro, man, I would have preferred. Where did it go? I just lost it. Damn it. Stupid thing just jumps around.
Don't you love the Mos Eisley Cantina?
The knockoff one. And
With
why does Maz have a giant statue of herself, is my question.
Narcissism.
Was that Bosk that was this laying there?
I don't know. I missed it.
Oh no, like it was that big fat guy in the orange suit. It was like I don't know. It was a poor attempt at a.
He
at a
really let
joke.
himself go.
Yeah, got himself a nice girl though.
Yeah, got to keep her happy in that shitty cantina bar.
Yep.
That's another thing, though. To jump off the point made earlier, why did they have to go to a cantina? Like, there's just so many things they're trying to evoke. Like, oh my god, remember this? Remember that? Oh, I'm feeling like I'm having a great time again, guys.
I'm feeling like I'm having a great time. I'm having
Hey,
a completely
as long
wonderful.
as it's not Canto Bite.
No more Canto Bite ever again.
And if you're at like another cantina, you would think we'd see like other aliens from previous movies that we're familiar with, but we get stuck with like brand new aliens.
But they never even like make merchandise of or anything like that.
Of the aliens that were in the cantina?
They made like one or two.
Yeah, they made a couple of them.
The original ones, they had almost all of them were made.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, it's like, oh, you may get the fat guy in that one, and that's it.
Good old Vader scene. Bro, man, I already called it. It's I would have preferred Yuzon Vong as the enemy. The prequels had the CSI, and the original had the Empire. So let me get. I'm so far behind on Super Chat, guys. I apologize, but obviously we want to talk about the movie and kind of blend in some Super Chats. So, let's see. Jefferson Robinson, Starkiller Base is Disney saying our balls are bigger than yours. I don't think Disney's ever claimed to have balls. Voorhees67, Soy Story 3. Dylan Krubel says Fabio Quart. At some point, I'm just going to shut the YouTube channel down. This is not what I intended. This is not what I intended.
This is your life right now, man.
Beamer, let go of your hate, Jeff. Join Jeremy and I on the light side of TFA. But first of all, that's back in the day. I've since seen the error of my ways, but I still will not move away from my initial feelings on the film. I just won't. I'm not going to ever claim that I didn't love this movie at one point in time. I won't.
Say what you will about my dislike of this film. Who was that said that?
That was, hang on, let me find it again. It's Beamer.
So, Beamer, say what you will about me, and you're on the show all the time, so I know you like the channel, but I've always stuck true with what I've said about this movie. I've never
100%. Literally, if you go listen to Jeff's initial review the night after he watched it.
Night of,
same exact word for words you're going to get tonight. So, and he was doing that when it was very, very unpopular. So,
yep.
But anyway, fuck Jeff. I'm not going to take up for him anymore. Fuck him. Anyway, so Jason Wells, I have always thought the criticism of how well Rey knew the Falcon was the most unfounded. When I first watched the movie, I thought she knew so much about the Falcon was due to bring her a slave growing up for the ship's new owner. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand that. And we're coming up on my favorite scene in this movie.
The lightsaber?
Yeah, well, just the whole entire thing with Obi-Wan's voice and Yoda and all of that, I felt like, okay, this has opened up so much opportunity for storytelling in the next movie. And of course, it was completely ignored. Completely. And it pisses me off.
I'm just gobsmacked by how dumb this all is.
We missed the part where Maz Kanata is just sitting there telling them, "I've seen evil, the Empire, the First Order. We must stand against them." And they're looking at her riveted, like she's saying something important, and she's just talking political drivel. But they're just kind of like
common knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. Like, whoa, like eyes wide. What the hell?
And but even the part where she says, "Who's the girl?" Like they're alluding to her being someone. And Rian Johnson says she's, a nobody. And it's just there's so many head fakes in this movie that lead you to believe that there's something bigger being presented, and it wasn't presented. And no, Episode 9 does not get the opportunity to answer these questions for me. No. Had your opportunity, you blew it.
I'd hate to be on your bad side for real.
Fuck them. Anyway, Scott Knox, any plans on doing an OT live stream? Sounds fun. You know what? If you guys want it, we'll make it happen. That's what the High Council is for. We are here. Unlike Lucasfilm, we listen to.
While you're waiting, folks, we did it on World Class Bullshitters to varying degrees of success. So that's over there. If you want to listen to us get drunk and talk about Star Wars, and Dion will cry in Return of the Jedi.
Justin Ward says, "Can we please have a moment for Jon Schnepp's passing?" Absolutely. And we discussed this at the beginning of the show. And I think, all of us, I think I speak for everyone here where we all send our condolences out to the, the Schnepp family and the Collider video team. Schnepp's a good dude. And
of course.
It sucks. So
no matter what I've ever said about Collider on air, I stick with what I've said, but I've never wished anything bad like that to happen to anybody. So
what happened?
He died.
He died.
Just died.
No, he had a massive stroke, and he was on life support for the past few days, and they decided to finally pull the plug today because. I
didn't realize he had a stroke. I read that he had some unknown illness and was in
his better half. She spoke today, and she said that he had a massive stroke. She gave a lot of the details today, so
that's terrible.
I've been pretty guarded about all of it up until today. So, all right. So here's the point where, what the fuck does any of this mean? I mean, does this not intrigue you guys, at least in isolation? Did you not think
the first thing I said is it's a lightsaber. How the fuck do you touch it and shit happens? Why didn't this happen for Luke? All this other crap.
See, I thought it was like a flashback and that we would get an answer in the next movie.
Technically we did have this happen with Luke on Dagobah.
No, the first time Luke held the lightsaber, he
not necessarily a lightsaber, but
I'm
just saying a vision of sorts, like a vision.
But they're saying that this lightsaber triggered it, right?
I mean, yes, I guess. I mean,
it's
but
just a tool, though.
different things can trigger different things in people. And so again, this is leading you to believe that she's something bigger, she's something important, she's someone that's drawn to the Force, she has a connection to Luke, she has a connection to all of this, and she doesn't. And that's what really is the most frustrating aspect of all of this.
Expectations were subverted. Right.
Unless they're trying to do a Game of Thrones thing and have her be Arya Stark's version of no one.
I've never watched that show outside of like one episode, so
What?
I don't understand that reference. I apologize.
Greatness.
And now she's on Cloud City.
All right. Let me see here. The Kinky Pinkies. The Force becomes woke. Same exact meaning. There's the Knights of Ren, which again,
There's
super
Constable
cool.
Suvio.
Really cool seeing the Knights of Ren. Glad Ryan Johnson, really got more involved in this aspect of it.
They sold her for booze.
Yeah, such a frustrating scene now. Darth Vetter 04. Real talk, Jeremy. Have you ever fapped to Ahsoka? And if so, what season did you deem it appropriate to start such activity? Yes, and I don't remember what season. So, Brett Legg, what the duck is the timestamp, gents? Holy shit, I'm sorry, bud. This was probably like 30 or 45 minutes old now. So, can we get a timestamp for everyone?
107.
Sure. Yeah.
What was it? Say that again.
107.
107 and how many seconds?
33. 34.
All right, 107, 35, 36, 107, 37, 38. All right, Count Duke Nukem. Steph J said Ford regretted Han's death afterwards. I have never heard him say that. I'm sure you're talking about Stephanie Janisek, and I have not heard that. That's good. I mean, I would love to hear more about that. So, Matthew Lovey says that role gave him 40-plus year career. He should at least show respect. Talking about Han Solo, I agree. I'm not saying I don't agree. I'm just telling you like how I feel that he perceives everything now. So,
is anyone else bothered by the fact that Maz has Mickey Mouse's hands? She's got a thumb and then 3 fingers.
I never liked this character.
The Disney character hands.
I never liked this character.
She's awful. She's just awful. I hate. Ugh.
And
She's
I was
Yoda.
What's her name? The actress that plays her.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah, I actually thought when I heard she was going to be in the movie, I was like, I like her. I think she's a great actress. It's going to be cool. And they didn't even use her. They used her for voice. So,
Wasn't it
Carice,
because she's filming a different movie too?
I don't know.
I don't know much about her. I just know the name and this.
D. Carice says they are out to destroy Ford. Kasdan will. Ryan Ari says Mark Hamill actually wanted to be more involved like Harrison Ford, so Ryan Johnson killed him off. That's a frustrating part too, because whereas Harrison Ford says I want to die. Oh yeah, sure, whatever, man. And then Mark Hamill wants to get more involved, and he gets killed. So here's Hux screaming. The Mega Jetty 1. The TFA teaser came out on my birthday, November 28th. I took it as a gift from the world. TLJ was the world turning around and insulting me for it. I feel you on that. The DJD show. Rumor news doing similar story to mine. Let's see. What's his name? The guy that did Thor. Takeda. What is it?
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi, yeah. For Guardians 3. That's actually a really good fit. That's a really good fit.
Hey, Ethan, what does this look like?
It's a bit Nazi. It's subtle, but it's a bit Nazi-esque. Actually, this looks like me every morning screaming into my microphone as I make a video. This is what I'm picturing, by the way, in my head.
Let's see. Laura Story says, why couldn't they be hauling Rancors? Because that would make too much sense. Swinging Cod, showing up late. Have Jeremy and Jeff challenged each other to Thunderdome yet? Not yet.
We're saving
that would be glorious.
We're saving it for the Star Wars celebration, guys.
John Smith, without Star Wars, would Ford have become an A-list actor?
Fuck no.
I
He had
don't
quit acting, essentially.
I don't think so at all. I do not.
Now this is another dumb moment.
Oh, this what? Now I never defended this moment. I thought this was a really bad moment, really terribly executed, bad writing, bad everything. I did not like this moment at all.
It just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, and you have no emotional connection to all of these, planets being destroyed or nothing. Now people can say, "Oh, well, you didn't have one, in A New Hope," but it's like that's not the same thing.
You were associated with Princess Leia, and you felt her pain.
Right.
And I
but
thought
here,
this was Coruscant originally.
I
know
did
it's
too.
not, but I was like, "Oh, Coruscant got blown up. Cool."
But
That's
yeah,
how
there's
it would
no
look. That's crazy.
there's no reason to have any emotional attachment to any of that. So
Those planets were just in the way, though. They're just
And you
making
notice
room.
how much like Obi-Wan was affected when Alderaan got destroyed, and Rey is supposed to be so powerful with the Force. She isn't affected by anything. No
She's
feelings.
too narcissistic to care.
Does not compute.
Error.
Von Doofus, Uncle E bullseyes womp rats with daddy's belt.
Right.
Governor Tarkin, Aaron, I believe Ford hated Star Wars even more after getting injured during filming. He did get injured during filming on The Force Awakens. I don't know if everybody recalls that, but
his leg got stuck in the door.
so let me see here.
Wait till our Harrison Ford parody kidnap comic book. We're gonna have a similar scene to that.
I'm so far behind on Super Chat.
Do you have that special window popped up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Rad number 2. I will own Jeremy in any version of Barrio Fart. Fucking bullshit. Richard Jeffries, Poe is Hera and Kanan's son. I don't think so. Please, Lord, don't let that happen.
No,
So,
they showed his parents in a comic book.
That's
before
right.
The
There
movie
was.
came out.
Yeah, there was. There was one in one of the books. That's right. Hollywood Hogan. Well, let me tell you something, brother. I love
Is that all?
Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood's
Oh.
here. Well, let me tell you something, brother. The Reverend Blade, the last quart. Suckers. Logan Michael, time code. I'm assuming you need timestamp. So can we get a timestamp even though
Yes,
this was like
Logan
20
Michael.
minutes ago?
Logan Michael, at this current point, we're at 1 hour, 12 minutes, 45 seconds.
I'm at
Thank you.
52 seconds.
Thank you. Other Jeremy, I complained to Jar Jar Abrams about the same thing. Such a ripoff of my introduction. That was from Governor Tarkin. So that was to other Jeremy.
Oh,
Guys, she missed one shot. That means she's not a Mary Sue.
Bagel
Email
Goose says,
boys arrived.
Bagel Goose says, I meant that the Resistance was cloning Poe, and one that helped Finn did actually die. Whole Republic still using clones thing. We understand what you're saying, Bagel Goose, but we want you to speak as your true self. Stop hiding behind Bagel Goose.
Cecil.
We know you're Cecil.
Somebody shoot her, please.
No, Ethan, she'll get scratched on the arm in the next movie, and that's her trial.
Oh my god.
Maybe the next one ends with her falling next to a volcano where someone else has the high ground, and then she just catches fire and dies, and it all ends.
You just
That
don't
would be
care about
glorious.
her. That's cool. I love Han Solo. All right, he can do that. You just don't care about her through this. She's not a real person to me at all.
Now everybody pay attention how he turns on the lightsaber incorrectly.
Finn, you know what? To be fair, Finn is a real person to me. I'm buying into Finn. He's a much better actor. He's not very good on Twitter, but he's a much better actor. He's doing a great job. I believe in Finn. I know who he is. I don't know who Rey is. I don't give a shit. It just annoys the hell out of me. Must be because she's a woman and sexist. I might as well come to terms with that.
Don't admit it, Ethan.
I like this. This is the meme.
Yep.
Yeah, now keep it going. Oh, I like when they repeat that and they play a Cher song. That's
Which
my
one?
favorite. I think "Do You Believe in Love."
Oh, God.
They made a whole disco thing of that stormtrooper endlessly spinning the that weapon.
Really, I haven't even seen that one. Swinging Cod says, Hateful Eight watch party. I've never seen the Hateful Eight.
Let's do it.
I'm not a Tarantino guy, so.
Let's do all the
What?
Tarantino flicks.
You don't like Tarantino? How?
I respect the fact that he's a very popular and successful director. I don't like his movies are just, I don't know. They don't do much for me.
is it because he has a foot fetish?
I just don't like I don't like his Kill Bill movies. I don't like all of the like this.
You don't like the scene where Bill talks about Superman?
I just don't like. I never liked his movies. I mean, Pulp Fiction's fine. I
Oh.
mean,
What
I
about
know people
Boondock
claim
Saints?
it's like. Did he do Boondock Saints?
No, that was
No,
Troy
yeah.
Sorry,
Duffy.
Reservoir Dogs. I'm
Yeah,
staring at Boondock
Reservoir
Saints
Dogs is
poster right now.
yeah, Reservoir Dogs is probably my favorite one he's done. Yeah, because I was about to say I love Boondock Saints.
No, I'm staring at the poster right now, which is why I said that.
And but yeah, I'm not a Tarantino guy. So
Well, Jeremy, I don't like Kill Bill either, but I love Pulp Fiction and some of his other ones. So
I love
Yeah.
every single Tarantino movie except for Hateful Eight. Every single one I've been a big fan of.
I love Jackie Brown.
that's a
Jackie
good one.
Brown was great. Kill Bill 1 and 2, both beautiful movies. Wonderful.
I didn't like Inglorious Bastards. I know I'm in the minority.
Oh my God! Oh,
How?
I saw it opening night. It just didn't do it for me.
no, I don't know. I'm a Tarantino guy. Hateful Eight was okay. I enjoyed it, but I came away from it kind of like I'm never gonna watch that ever again.
Django was one of my favorites too. I saw that and was like, damn, that was a good
Oh, yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
I thought the beginning of Django was a lot better than the end.
Candyland.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm going on a 1 or 2 viewing memory of these movies. Not like I've seen Die Hard 45 times. So,
I've only seen Die Hard once. Did you know?
oh,
that?
we need to change that.
What?
Yeah, it's not really a thing for me. Like and recently,
It
3
will
years
be if
ago.
you watch it with me.
Really?
Yeah, there's so much depth to the story that people don't pick up on. Just little bitty things that they sprinkle in the whole movie that make John McClane a really interesting character. You see, talking about Die Hard is more interesting than watching this fucking movie.
oh boy,
Monkey
everybody's
Look at her.
everybody's so mad at me for not liking Tarantino. So
She's
That's
like,
like the only reason they're mad at you, Jeremy. You love this
your taste-
movie.
they're like, your taste sucks in movies. I'm like, well, that sounds like a personal problem for me. So
Well, what is it? Do you just not like all the violence? Do you not like?
no, I love violence, but the
Cinematography?
violence in the Kill Bill is so over the top and not realistic at all.
Well,
Like,
that's
it's
the point.
so-
It's from the view of an assassin.
Well, I get
This
it,
is
but that's
their
not.
life.
But I prefer more realistic approach to stuff. I don't like all that out of like the spewing of the blood and all that craziness. Like, it's just not my style. I have no problem if other people like it. It's just not my thing.
Did you ever see those action figures of the crazy 88s that came with like a little
Yes.
pump and their arms come off and you could spray blood out
Yes.
of the side?
Yeah, it's Asian. It's kind of Hong Kong cinema. That's what he's imitating there with Kill Bill.
I'm
Chris-
interested to see what Tarantino does with Star Trek.
I got to catch
I'm
up on some
so
super chats real
excited.
quick. Give me just a minute. Chris Gorgon says, I would drop the fan plots. They will never happen, but I remember most of TLJ was stolen from fans. Let's see. I love how Han is the only one that says she has a lot to learn. Yet she still can do it all learning first. And that was, I don't know how to pronounce this one, but it's Yakoski. Yeah,
Is
I
it
don't know how to say
yakisoba? No, not yakisoba. Sorry, that's the noodle.
It's YAK. I think that's let's see, 0SEI. So I don't know how to say that one. But anyway, GG Guru 1. I love TFA, but Disney's careless approach to story crafting squashed whatever potential TFA had to be set up for something worthwhile. #sad. So
Everyone is pretending. Nothing happened to Rey there. Nothing happened. I'm really like, if you could see my face right now, that whole sequence where Kylo Ren just confronted her for the first time in person. I didn't believe nothing is happening to her. Nothing. She's faking her eyes wide and her mouth open she is the single worst actress ever in a Star Wars movie. And I know there haven't been too many. She's worse than Emperor. I don't know who's the worst.
Hayden in
Amber's
episode
dubbed over,
2.
too.
Heyden in episode 2 is the worst.
Oh my God, she sucks so bad. Like nothing. I believe Finn is worried. I do not believe a single thing that Rey is going through or feeling. I don't believe any of it. It's so aggravating. Just widen your eyes and let your mouth hang open. Every scene, she looks like she's seeing 2 clowns fucking at the circus. And it's confusing to her. Every single scene.
And here's Han and Leia.
Here we
And
go.
there's-
Let's respect.
You probably don't recognize me because of the red arm, which made some great memes, by the way.
So they gave, but in the middle of this battle, within the next day, they had time to give C-3PO his gold arm back for the next movie.
Why did they care? Like, I'd be like, all right, your arm's red, and get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, it was to sell more action figures.
Yeah, that's fine. Look at this. A great moment here.
Green Adrenaline 6405. Mayor E.O. Kart with a C is soy compared to Diddy Kong Racing. You could have said like Sonic Racing or Eminem's Kart Racing, some of those terrible ones, but Diddy Kong Racing is such a great one. It's like I can't even find that disrespectful. So, but I do find your spelling disrespectful.
Oh damn!
What was that Burger King? What was that Burger King game with the king where you could drive around?
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I never thought about. I had that.
That was so much better than Mario Kart.
No, that one wasn't. Other Jeremy's been kicked off the show. See you guys, everybody. So.
Bye, Felicia.
JJ Amesh, with Disney's unlimited money and resources, there is no excuse for the shitty storytelling and non-existent development of new characters. P.S. I need Uncle Ethan's Uncle Ethan soundboard to prank call people. I agree with you, everything you just said, and Uncle Ethan will have a soundboard available in 7 to 10 business days.
Somebody made a video game about me and my bunch of soundboard clips. Like I jump over something and go get Daddy's belt.
No, really?
Yeah, it's great.
This better not be porn.
Yeah.
007 Cloud, Starkiller Base equals our walls are bigger than yours. Really good, Chef. You should be nicer to Jeremy. Oh, I know this is going to be. He's going to savage me. You should be nicer to Jeremy, everyone. It's not cool to tease the kids on the short bus. He's always getting me. Lauren, Ryan stole my fan fiction story. Let's see. Will first line of 9 be a fan shout out like episode 7? Maybe, because that's exactly what the first line of episode 7 was. You guys are aware of that, right? At least that's the theory. When Lore whatever his name is, when Max von Sydow's character says, this will begin to make things right. That was like an undertone to let everybody know, like, if you didn't the prequels, this will begin to make things right. That's what a lot of people said anyway. So,
and yet they failed at that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Brett Legg says, "Am I the only one who wants to hook up with Ray?" Well, you spelled Ray R-A-Y. So which Ray are you talking about?
Dr. Raymond stands with the Ghostbusters. So no, Dan Aykroyd's not my cup of tea.
Carl Hungus, Jeremy got cucked by Lucasfilm. I think a lot of people did because
one hideous female character after the next.
TFA made $2 billion, so a lot of us did.
Why do they do this?
They can't afford aliens.
Oh my God.
Apparently.
Carrie Fisher's daughter looks so bored in this movie.
Yakowski again. Finn spitting that game to get in Ray's pants would have worked if not for the Tico cock block.
Ooh.
Hey, Jeff, she looks bored because mommy was withholding some of that coke from her.
Oh,
Damn.
shots fired.
So is this the name that I always mess up, Jeff? It's JGFJGFIFY.
Gojirify.
Is it Gojirify? Is that what it's
Gojirify?
Because Gojira is the name of Godzilla in Japan.
No, but
Right.
this is JGFJ.
Oh, Yeah, that guy just used gibberish, I think.
Yeah, so So Uncle Ethan equals Donatello, Jeff equals Michelangelo, Cecil equals Slash, Jeremy equals Leo, Jesse equals April O'Neil, Doomcock, the Shredder, and Anna is Kara. Who is this? The K word. I don't know which
Krang?
ninja. It doesn't say Krang though. It says K-A-R-A-I.
That's Karai. That's Shredder's daughter.
Oh, is it? I didn't know about that. I thought it was going to say Krang because I was like, Anna is Krang. So, but I like being Leonardo because Leonardo is the leader of the Ninja Turtles. He always has the calm head. He always has the cool way to approach things, which that actually should be Ethan, I think.
No, I
But,
like Donatello because he's got the biggest stick.
Who's Splinter? Did they say?
There is no Splinter.
Oh.
So,
Everyone's gonna hate me. I'm not really into the Ninja Turtles.
well, you already said you didn't like Toy Story, and so
I love Toy Story. I don't love Toy Story 3. And I couldn't tell you which Ninja Turtle was which, so don't hate me, everyone.
It's all
They
good.
all look the same.
Jay Cephas, it's a bad movie if you love it for all the things you hope are in A New Hope. Count Duke Nukem, JJ just bombarded us with mystery in this film. Green Adrenaline 6405. Ethan, I bought the first spine-shattering issue of Cyber Frog from February 1996 today. We'll back Blood Honey with Ashcan on the final day of campaign.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Beamer, Game of Thrones is overrated. Don't apologize, Jeff.
What's overrated?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
I highly disagree.
Read the books, though.
Highly
Game of
disagree.
Thrones is great.
Yeah.
I
Laura
don't
Ryan
have time
stole
to
my
read those.
Laura Story says Jedi Gwendolyn Voss could teach items and see visions. Xayer, this isn't Zuvio in the dream. 6 turning, 4 burning. You guys suffer with TFA. I'm watching Troy. Best line, Achilles doesn't need to be controlled. He needs to be unleashed. I love Troy. I love that movie. That fight scene towards the end is incredible. That's such an underrated movie in my opinion. So, what do you guys?
Take our mask off.
Oh yes, this is horrible.
Oh, what a goofball!
Oh, I might be behind you guys. What time are you guys at?
1 hour, 26 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Scott Wilson, Jeremy, can G&G do weekly watch parties of Star Wars: The Clone Wars? 2 episodes a week. Anyone else that needs to catch up, do it. Scruffy nerf herders. Yeah, we've actually discussed that. Anna and I have discussed doing a watch through of the Clone Wars even prior to this announcement. So that is definitely on the agenda for us to try to work out, especially now that we have this new news to work out. So we're definitely discussing that. Douglas Loudon says, Star Wars ended for me with The Force Awakens. Wolfman Jack, not Star Wars, but did any of you see the trailer for Titans? It looks so awful. I still haven't seen it. Have you?
Oh my God, we covered it on the
I haven't.
show last night. It's the worst fucking thing ever.
I've heard such terrible things about it.
And they're still using that shitty Starfire at not the actress. There's that wardrobe that they said was only going to be like in a small scene. Yet they use it for the promotional posters and all that other garbage.
That streaming service is not going to be the hit they need it to be.
No.
Mega Jetty 1. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Jeremy, when you watch it, be prepared for disappointment. It makes Teen Titans Go look good.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I've heard universal hatred for it. Universal. At this point. So Mega Jetty 1 in TFA, I thought Finn was the real hero of the movie and Rey was just the tag along until Rey stole the scenery as well as the Skywalker lightsaber. Green Adrenaline 6405 Rogue One live stream on Comic Artist Pro Secrets next. Actually, that's going to be the holiday special on Comic Artist Pro Secrets. And Ethan, do we know, are we going to do that next Friday? Because the High Council's on my channel this Tuesday, and or you want to do that Friday? Have you decided yet?
What am I doing Friday? I'm doing something Friday. I have plans. So it's going to be next Friday.
So not not a week from today. You mean 2 weeks from today?
Oh yeah, I'm going to see Frankie Valli Friday. I'm taking Andrea out to Atlantic City. Yeah, it's date night. So I can't do it Friday. I mean maybe Saturday.
Okay, I mean whatever works. I'm sure we can all be available. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty much
Ray looks so constipated when Kylo's trying to force whatever her.
She's trying so hard to emote something, but there's nothing there. It's just a lot of grimaces and trying to make sense of those clowns.
He's trying to help her with that constipation.
This would be a lot easier if you just lie back.
Anyway.
Medium Giant goes, EVS got old man plants. I don't think. I don't know. I think it sounds like fun. I might be an old man.
Generic Edgelord says, what I miss. Also, when is that wrestling video? You haven't missed much. And the wrestling video, well, we have a wrestling video up on this channel that is going to become a weekly thing on the Geeks and Gamers channel. Jeff will be joining us at some point. He and I just have to work out the logistics of it, but that's definitely, Jeff will be on the Geeks and Gamers channel in the near future on one of our wrestling videos. But yeah, that's going to be a weekly thing. I will be laying out a schedule very soon because we've got a lot of shows that we're currently producing.
And I'm going to lay the smackdown on you.
No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. You're a Rock fan. You're a Rock fan. I'm a Stone Cold fan. I win. So
no,
I'm a Triple H fan.
Well, then
Get
we
out.
both beat you. So
I usually watch all of your guys' videos. I will not be watching those. I'm sorry.
That's why we don't cover wrestling on our channel. People complained about it so hard, and I'm just like, fuck it, it's not even worth it.
And I assume everybody knows the cameo in this scene right here.
Yes,
Yep.
James
Daniel
Bond.
Craig. Yep.
He's
They got
never
the
really
worst
been James.
Bond, though.
Oh, there you go, the worst James Bond. All right, we're seeing eye to eye. on everything. Yeah, I know Roger Moore is not alive anymore.
Jason Wells says Anna Luke wasn't affected by Alderaan.
I know. I said, oh, did I say Luke? I meant Obi-Wan. It was Obi-Wan.
I thought you
Okay.
said Obi-Wan.
I know. I thought I did too.
Jason's always he's always trolling me and Anna, so he's Jason enjoys this. So, Beamer, worst line in this movie is when Maz tells Finn he has a weapon, referencing the lightsaber. I kept waiting for him to get his stupid ass shot.
Okay, wait. Do you guys notice how Kylo Ren doesn't have a cape when he's storming through, and then in the very next scene he has his cape?
I'm looking away at many intervals at my phone, so.
Let's see. The Kinky Pinkies. Jeff, this goes towards a Mr. Shittercap. And Mr. Skyver, if you make it to 80, I will make you a fuck you, I'm 80 triple XL t-shirt. Halfway there, bud. We won't let you go out like Mr. Lee.
When he says halfway there, he means halfway to triple XL, of course. It's like XL, sometimes 2XL, not 3XL.
You were in an XLT. That's what it was.
Yeah.
See, now
Stands
you're
for tall.
Clayton Furorti says, just got here. The Last Jedi killed my love for this franchise. How does TFA hold up? Haven't seen it in 2 years. It used to be my second favorite. It doesn't hold up well at all.
You know, Jeremy, that scene right there could have been a lot funnier when the stormtroopers were walking around and Kylo Ren hits the thing out of the door. Instead of doing the thing where they stop and then there's another insert shot and they stop again, they should just had him turn around instantly to play up on the humor that way instead of because it would have been much more like I don't know, the joke wouldn't have been as overt, and then it would take a second like, oh, haha, instead of this in your face type of thing. This movie doesn't have any subtlety to it whatsoever.
I'm just like, why would you destroy the ship? You could just turn on your computer and with all the cameras in the ship, find out where she is. It's not that hard. Do they not have security on these ships?
Because
let's see. Eric Santucci says episode 9 should open with a massive J.J. Abrams mystery box entering on to the screen like a Star Destroyer after the opening crawl. Yeah, I'm sure I probably won't see it because I doubt I'll be going to see episode 9 in theaters. So, Governor Tarkin, Jeremy, I love you, but you need to work on your super chat game, and he spelled chat with a K.
Well, he failed right there.
No, he didn't. He's intentionally trolling me like everybody does on these super chats.
Mario
And
Kart.
it hurts deep down inside, but that's all right. I'll just listen to Boyz II Men, End of the Road, and it'll be all
Why
right.
do they do this to us, Jeremy? They don't do it to Jeff. They don't do it to Anna. They just do it to us.
That's true.
Oh, no. I got other stuff. I'll tell
They
you
do
about
it to
they're
me all
happening
the
to
time.
me.
Every single one of my chats, everyone just wants to talk about sand. I can't stand it. And then I have creepers. I'm pretty sure you guys don't have to deal with the creepers.
I saw the one you were dealing with earlier. You really you need to talk to me. I'll get you somebody from Geeks and Gamers, and we can see some mods over there.
Cecil has creepers.
Yes, he does.
I was telling these guys off air about what Cecil gets in his inbox all the time.
Yeah, but do you guys want to see my inbox?
No.
It's every single time Ethan has said something about porn, that's my inbox.
Well, Cecil gets dick pics every day.
Same.
It's Anna, I can confirm Anna has told me about a lot of the crap she goes through. But Cecil, I'm not understanding why Cecil gets them.
But see, Cecil can just sit on them, and they can't do anything to him. I gotta run or
Whoa! Are you meaning the? Never mind.
Revan Blade, Ethan, are you good at Mario Zart with an X?
I honestly, I'm an old man.
class.
I've never played Mario Kart, but I could still kick Jeremy's ass.
So he spelled it MorioXart. What the fuck? That's not even a fucking
You
word.
went to public
Revan.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it right. It's pronounced Mario Shart.
American 007 Jeff, we can show EVS the true glory of Die Hard.
Ooh.
I like it.
Steele Johnson, I love violence. That's a quote from Jeremy. Swinging Cod, starting to design a video game with PC, being ordered by Doomcock to round up SJWs for Uncle Ethan's 3X Trebuchet to launch to Mars to fix the planet's underrepresented problems. Would you be okay with this?
Line them up. Line up those SJWs. We're flinging them to Mars ASAP.
All right, so I can respect this one. Logan Michael 69, he just super chats cart with a C. Not trying to be cute about it. He's just like, fuck you. Here it is, cart with a C. Done. No subtlety whatsoever. Bobo Vasquez, I'm expecting James Gunn to be right behind C-3PO in this movie. Easter egg, we might have noticed. Hashtag pansexual James. Thai TV, Daisy Ridley is a terrible actress. Her character is low budget Jaina Solo. Plus, ever noticed that when she smiles, she looks like a snappy turtle?
That's just mean.
Slipstream, thank you for the super chat. Rad number 2, Ray unseated Captain Quegg from the Kane Mutiny as most hated character in my opinion. And how many portions of strawberries did you have? I could go for some strawberries right now. MAGA Mexican. That's a great screen name. MAGA Mexican. I want to hook up with Maz Kanata. Good God. All right. Who's eating? Is Uncle Ethan eating?
Not at all. I'm just sitting here away from my microphone. I'm watching the movie. I'm focused on the movie. I'm not eating at all.
He's licking butter.
That could be, yeah.
Evernum, rewatch the fight in Snoke's room with Rey versus the guards with 2 knives. He could have stabbed her in the back, but they edited out 1 knife. Yep, I think we've all seen that one. So that's not how the Force works.
So I got another question here for Anna about the Force Awakens art book.
Mhm.
Did they show drawings of those crawling things that were in the background in that scene a couple seconds ago?
Oh, dude,
Those
I
are the-
haven't looked
did you
at this
catch
book.
those?
It's been
Weren't those the
this book has
walkers?
been sitting on my
This
shelf.
is great. Han Solo in this sequence is so. That's not how the Force works. So good. So good. Why can't we have Han Solo in every Disney movie now? God damn it. It's so frustrating. He's so good. That's not how the Force works with this sneer on his face.
Were you talking about the walkers, other Jeremy? Is that what you were talking about?
There was like they looked like walkers, but the way they moved, they almost they didn't look like walkers.
Yeah, they're walkers. I saw some pictures of them. They're actually in that scene where Hux does the speech. They're off to the side and they're like weird looking. They're not the walkers from The Last Jedi.
Okay.
No, but there's a lot of awesome ships in the art book. There's this person that does Amazon reviews, and they film themselves looking through each page of the book. So go on Amazon and look it up.
Okay.
Yes, Yoko C. Anna, you're fired. This is your severance pay.
Yeah,
That's
and
probably
then someone,
earlier.
like a minute later, pays and says apologizes for that person.
Let's see. Krynos says Jeremy's favorite TFA scene is with Finn. Is Finn with the tentacle monster? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But that does sound sexy. Jabba's Southern Slobber Biscuits. How would you all rank Disney Star Wars films best to worst? Mine, Rogue One, Solo, The Forced Diversity, Awakens, The Last Defecation. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I would probably put Rogue One ahead of The Force Awakens now, retroactively, but I don't really like Rogue One either. I don't like any of them, and I haven't seen
Rogue
Solo.
One has Darth Vader. Those like 7 minutes of the movie that he's in it, that's the best.
It's not a very good Darth Vader though.
It's better than anything else they've made.
True.
It's a pretty awesome Darth Vader, actually.
You gotta put this ahead of Solo. You can't put Solo ahead of Force Awakens.
I
This has
haven't
Han
seen Solo
in it.
I
The other one doesn't.
I'd put Jeremy. I'd rank it the same way you did. Rogue One, Solo, The Last Brown Eye.
What?
I hate this movie.
Rogue One. No, Solo doesn't have Han Solo in it. This has Han Solo in it. That's why I'm saying. That's my argument. Rogue One, Force Awakens.
Han Solo left the movie a long time ago, Ethan.
I'm sorry. I'm enjoying him. It's the one aspect of this movie I'm delighted by Harrison Ford in this.
Han Solo died in carbonite back in 1980.
No, he didn't.
He did.
He woke up and they saved him.
Forge
Luke
said,
can go through all of that.
He was
Forge,
a
I love-
changed man, though.
Forge, I love your avatar of the Thundercats. It says J.J. Abrams, I just set them up. The Buzz General, Anna, don't listen to him. You're hired. You're great.
Thank you.
Edward Coleman, Mario Kart with a C with new characters, 3x EVS. That I like. I like that one.
Is he just a reskin of Bowser?
Oh, that's good. That's good. Dark Judge, can we get another Jesus rant like the James Gunn vid? Preach. I'm assuming you're talking about me. Can I get an amen? Yes, sir. Best vid to date. Loved it like James Brown and the Blues Brothers. So many people have mentioned that to me just in the few hours it's been up. So I think I'm going to pull that rant from the video and then just upload it individually as a video because I think a lot of people are going to like that. I wasn't planning on it, but that's how it happened. So Slipstream X30, Ray's father to be revealed as Mari Povich. Oh, and I just lost my spot again. Let's see. Emperor Kagula says fan prequel bashing did get a lot of Star Wars in this mess. I agree. I defended the prequels against all of the hate that it was going through, primarily because I stand by George, man. Always have. So I thought that he was treated really unfairly, and I defended him against a lot of that. So if we would not have destroyed George, I don't think Disney would own Star Wars today. So that's my opinion, though. What do you guys think?
Yeah, they needed to lay off my husband. That's just not cool. I was a kid when I saw the prequels, so like I knew that there was problems, but I liked being able to see how Darth Vader became Darth Vader.
Let's see.
And everyone's silent.
And everybody's silent. Mega Jetty, my blue Shogun is still in development, but here's a hint of his character. Ray would bloody him up badly, but he would make a comeback Rocky 3 style. Mega Jetty has a blue Shogun in development. I think it's I can't remember if it was a short film or if it's a book. I can't remember. Eric Stockburger, it's always bothered me that Kylo's hair is perfect when he takes off his helmet. I guess he force-proofed it.
Yeah, it wasn't hair helmeted. It was actually down and everything. It looked like it. Yeah.
It's all fluffy and looks like it was blow dried.
Yep.
Forge says, please do a reaction vids to the Glass trailer. I saw that that was up earlier right before we went live, so I have to check that out.
It was awesome.
Adam Wofford says the Dark Tower movie was more preferable than Star Wars. I'm getting too old for this shit. Sheena says, please do a reaction to the Titan show, please. It sounds like you guys are wanting reactions. I can go back to doing some reactions. Green Adrenaline 6405. J.J. Abrams to Kathleen Kennedy on the possibility of time travel for episode 9. We have to go back, Kate. We have to go back. I appreciate the reference. So, Dan Vanoy, here's what Ruin, Junk Stain, and JJ Gabums don't understand. There is no such thing as a strong, independent, badass man or woman who is perfect, who's a perfect sweet angel. You can't have it both ways. Name another. I agree. MAGA Mexican EVS goes to concerts and snaps his fingers to the tune like George McFly. I know Jeff appreciates that one.
I had the mental image of it. Thank you.
Jason Wells, I was comparing Luke to Ray, both untrained. I don't know.
Luke goes through training.
Yeah, Luke does go through training.
Remember, folks, in the first movie, all he does is fly a ship.
What's that now?
Oh, I just said, remember, folks, in the first movie, all he does is fly the ship. Leia shoots more people than he does.
Luke's not really a killer, though. Princess Leia's been in the war. Luke hasn't.
No, what I'm saying, I'm to say that Luke didn't do all this great shit his first time out.
Yeah.
Like, he had to learn to do all these things. He just kind of was like, I can fly a ship, and then he was able to do shit later. They didn't make him well-versed in everything. He didn't fight Darth Vader in that first movie, thankfully.
All right, let me see where it's at. Dylan Krubel says, must see Uncle E's indie comic Cyber Frog Blood Honey, and he spelled uncle with a K. So now you're getting caught up in all this nonsense, Uncle.
Yep. No, it's fine. I'll make fun of you too with everyone else.
Nicholas Glenn, Tupac is Jeremy's favorite rap artist with a K. Tupac with a K. Xavier finishing up an animating. I think you mean animation. So finishing up an animation of one of my favorite High Council moments. That could be really good or really bad.
Uh-oh.
Darth Vader 04, I would like to make a motion that from this point forward, Uncle Ethan shall be called Ethy Van Psyche Poo. Skyver Poo. Skyver Poo. That's what it is. So Ethy Van Skyver Poo.
No, I don't. No, thank you.
We've got 1,300 people watching. Ethy Van Skyver Poo. That's his new name, everybody. Ethy Van Skyver Poo. So I didn't. Michael Pronesti says Ethren Van Skyver with a K versus D-Day Cobra with a K. Marcio Kart Duel. Fuckers are just making this harder and harder for me.
All right,
does it bother you that
this
in the jacket
so
now?
we're gonna take it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break.
We got to watch this. This is important because this is. It's possible that he survived this. Let's watch this carefully. Look at this. It's ridiculous.
It's really not a well executed scene at all.
No, it's just so stupid. And
Why is he wearing a dress?
Where are the railings?
I heard this is an OSHA violation.
Have you guys ever seen that meme after The Last Jedi? And it's this scene, and Han says, "Take off that shirt," and then Kylo says,
God.
"What do you think you'll see?" And then it goes back to Han, and he goes, "The gains of my son." And then the next picture is just Ben Solo. It's so great.
that is funny. Oh, shut up, kid.
His ears are huge.
Yeah, he looks stupid. There's no way that kid would be Han Solo's son.
No, never. You would think that Han and Leia would have produced a more attractive child.
Yes, indeed.
Or two of them.
Yep.
I have good news. This movie's almost over.
I've had this conversation so many times with my son.
The bad
A
news is
catwalk?
this movie is still playing.
Yeah. Look at that horse face.
He's thinking about Lena Dunham bent over right now.
Oh, no.
No. Why?
Han's like, she's still waiting for you. Then he stabs him.
Oh.
Ugh.
That's what he said about Lena Dunham. And I know what I have to do. I don't have the strength to do it. Will you help me? He didn't say that.
Dude, he had the strength to do it in the first episode of that TV show.
That's right. Oh my God! How do God give me strength? I had to watch it. Horrendous.
I didn't finish it, but that was it. Never again.
I got something for you, Dad.
Here's your belt.
Here's your belt.
Oh, he dropped his helmet. Symbolism.
Just slap him. He's your son.
Throw the lightsaber away.
A lot of tension here. Okay, all right. Hang on. Let's watch carefully.
You guys
Okay,
are
when
being
they-
happy.
When they took away the light, did you guys get reminded of Pitch Black?
Oh, Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
No, that's a good point, though.
He didn't die. He didn't die. He's not dead.
It just
He's not
cauterized
dead.
his heart shut.
He's not dead. People
Yeah,
are like, you stabbed him right in the heart. Well, he would have been dead. He's not dead. It's a flesh wound. Okay, fall. He's still alive. He's still alive, ladies and gentlemen. Lando Calrissian is right below him. Gonna scoop him up just like Luke Skywalker at the end of Empire Strikes Back. He is not dead. At no point was he dead. We did not see him die. Wrong. The chat is wrong.
Jeremy,
long.
one of those little claw-tooth things from Mario Kart are going to come in a cloud and a fishing pole and just pick them up and bring them back onto the
That
course.
would be amazing. That would be if you want to win everybody back, Disney, make that happen right there. Oh boy.
You guys, no, he didn't die. He was alive. You petted his face, gave him a little kiss before he fell. He just fell over. He didn't die.
You would have seen a hole through him when he fell, like the light coming through him.
Yeah, we didn't even see the blade puncture him, so it probably went underneath his arm.
No,
Yeah.
that is no.
No,
He's
because when
alive.
it shows the back shot, it's coming from the middle of his back.
It was a mirror trick, guys. Holograms and shit. It's Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
he projected.
So, he's really on the
Infuriating.
spaceship.
All right, let me catch a couple of these super chats. The Fog Creature, long live the High Council. I've seen TFA more times than I should have, and The Last Jedi was a disgrace. Smart play, Uncle E. Never miss date night.
Right.
I find your lack of faith disturbing. Best Mario Kart track. It better be Rainbow Road.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to go with Donkey Kong Mountain from the GameCube version, Mario Kart Double Dash. But I obviously love Rainbow Road. But Donkey Kong Mountain, that's a pretty awesome track. So there's so many great tracks. Gearhard Van Standen says, Jeremy, where's your sexy Ahsoka butthole pic? Fight me.
Oh, God.
That's from that Ahsoka image I had, and everybody was like all ripping it apart. So, and then I got ripped apart from my Alabama one. I can't win with it no matter what I do. It's just I'm just an abused YouTuber here. Mega Jetty 1, Star Wars, Terminator 1 and 2, Lethal Weapon movies, The Golden Child, Speed 1994, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four 2005, Lord of the Rings, and Pirates of the Caribbean. Being inspired Blue Shogun. Well, that's some damn good inspiration right there. Savage Rush 1012, currently drunk as a fecking donkey and could still come up with a better plot than episodes 7 through 9. King, here we go. Here's the fight. Or where are you guys at? Are you guys ahead of me?
I'm at the fight. They just hit right
Yeah.
now. Boom.
Okay.
Just
All right.
showed up.
All right. I'm with you. Okay.
This is
Somebody
one
just
of
saying
the later
$300.
That's a big super chat.
Holy shit! Lucky
Read
you.
that one.
I'm looking at it. Right. I'm looking for it right now. Jesus.
Nice.
James Reese, brother. I hope you didn't accidentally hit. I thought maybe you meant the 30. Wish Kennedy was never ever put in charge of Star Wars. Love to light up those TFIF shirts with my Bic. James Reese. Has anybody ever seen James Reese on the council?
No,
Wow.
you could come to World Class Bullshitters any time with that.
James Reese. Thank you
You're more than welcome
so-
to my channel, dude.
Thank you so much. Man, somebody says James Reese sells crack.
James
Wow.
Reese, whatever James Reese wants to be, that's who he is to us. He's
Damn
everything
right.
to us.
He's everything. You know what, Cecil? You are no longer love. You are no longer life. James Reese is
James
love.
Reese
He's
is all of those things.
yeah, definitely. But
Make
seriously,
a T-shirt, Ethan.
and I think that if you agree with James Reese to say wish Kathleen Kennedy was never ever put in charge of Star Wars, hit that yes button or that Y button right now. James Reese male prostitutes, what people are saying now. God damn, y'all. Why are y'all trolling the guy that's lit up the super chat? Be nice. But do you agree with James? You're fixing to see a lot of Y's. Yes. Boom. Boom. Everybody agrees with you, James. So again, thank you so very much. Yeah. If anybody says no, you are watching the wrong show, by the way. Yep. Lots of Y's. All right. Man, that was crazy.
Why did he move? Why didn't he just catch it?
Happy beats, buddy. Happy beats. All right, I got to find out where I'm at. I lost my track. James Reese, man, that's amazing. Again, thank you so much. And if this is your first time watching the High Council, please make sure you tune in every week. We rotate between channels, which, I mean, this is not technically a High Council episode. This is a watch through. The High Council will be on Geeks and Gamers this Tuesday, and then we will go. Where are we at after that?
Ethan's Comic
Nick.
Artist Pro Secrets.
Okay,
And
Comic
me
Artist
on
Pro
World Class
Secrets
Bullshitters.
and World Class Bullshitters. So and we just do a rotation. But we're doing a lot of these watch parties. And so it's kind of got us doing a lot more stuff for all of you guys.
So make sure you guys are subscribed to all 3 channels. So you don't
Yeah, and as soon as I get caught up here on these super chats, I'll
Don't
drop
forget
some
about
links.
me too.
Hey Anna, do you still have access to drop links on our channel? You do, don't you? Go ahead and drop links to all of our channels in the comments because you can do it because you have permissions. All right, let's see. King Cutlet. Can't find Daisy Ridley attractive after I realized she looks like Hugo Weaving.
Oh my God, I just saw that.
Oh,
I'm
God.
never going to be able to unsee that.
I looked it up. I'm not
Why?
alone. Check out side-by-side photos.
Don't anyone tag me in that on Twitter.
Wow. Voorhees67. This movie is a masterpiece. Jeff's opinions are as soy as Uncle E's pants. Jeremy also wrong because episode 7 sucks. Don't send Anna porn.
Thank you. I don't want to see that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nicholas Glenn. Doomcock needs a friend after Star Trek Discovery Season 2 trailer came out today. Somebody might have to check on him and make sure he has no weapons close. Bagel Goose says Cecil over Anna.
No.
There you go. There you go. Slipstream X30 episode 9 will leave theaters faster than Teak. Is that Teak on Speed? Teek? I don't know what that means. Trek on Speed, maybe? The Star Wars philosophy. Just woke up. Jeremy, do you still like this movie? P.S. Female. That's a very offensive term. I can't believe you tricked me into saying it. We don't say female here at Geeks and Gamers because females are not allowed. Female.
From overweight, middle-aged, white, sexist that lives in my grandmother's basement, you can say female.
Mr. X, hey kids, I'm listening to this while playing video games because I'm not misogynist. And thank you for your service. Or masochist, I'm sorry. Mega Jetty, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles also inspired Blue Shogun. That's good. That's good inspiration. Okay, Jason Wells. This is funny because he super chats so much. Then he has a super chat and say he's not trolling. Jason Wells, not trolling anymore. Anna, I was pointing out that Luke wasn't affected by Alderaan when Ben was. You pointed out that Obi-Wan was affected by Alderaan and Rey wasn't affected by the planet blowing up.
Okay.
So
How
finally,
could a scene be so boring? How could a lightsaber scene be so goddamn boring?
All right, guys, I plugged in all of our channels.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
awesome. And feel free to keep plugging them, Anna. So just do it every 5 or 10 minutes if you can. So Gearhard says, does Anna live on the moons of Ego? Or
No.
Iago?
No, I wish.
Reverend Blade, public school, you're the ones watching TFA. XAR cart. I don't even know what he says right there. XAR cart. XAR KT. Whatever the
Remedial schools, what that comes from.
Green Adrenaline 6405. Hashtag Johnson this. Take a movie and guess what Ryan would do with it.
Ooh,
Ruin it.
oh my God, yeah, we should play that on the podcast next
That is
week.
really good. That is really good.
Okay, why would she close her eyes in the middle of a lightsaber battle? That's the stupidest thing you could do.
Because she's an idiot.
She downloads the Force.
Yakosi says, may the forks be with us. 6 turning for burning. Why was it Phasma fighting Finn at the sports bar planet? Why wasn't Phasma doing anything in this movie? That's a better question, I think.
Because they hire fantastic actresses and they don't want them to overshadow the atrocity that is Rey.
Governor Tarkin, if Kylo and Rey switch sides of the Force and Ben killed Darth lack of emoting, God damn you guys at these misspelling words, could with a K, Star Wars get you back. Hashtag female clones are coming next. I don't know if Star Wars has to do a lot to get us back, I think, at this point. I mean, look, everybody knows I'm excited about the Clone Wars, and I am. But as I said in my video today, that doesn't excuse all of the other stuff that's going on. It just doesn't.
You're merciless. That doesn't excuse it. Listen, it's a step forward. Clone Wars Return is a step forward. I am always ready to give another chance. Always. That's my thing. My channel's attitude towards Star Wars is, God, everything sucks and these people are horrible. They all need to be fired. But I'm ready to come back. I'm ready to come back with Episode 9. Unfortunately, the same idiots are still making these movies, and they're going to be terrible. But yeah, the minute they make something good like Clone Wars, the Return of Clone Wars, I'm on board. I can't just hate. I love too much. I'm even watching this movie, seeing Han Solo, I'm happy.
You're not going to see him anymore. Yes,
I am. He didn't die. At no point did he die. His eyes didn't roll back to his head. He didn't go limp. He just fell. He fell. That happens. He's old. Oh.
All right, guys. I'm not going to pull a Jeremy and pee in a cup, so I will be right back.
You're going to miss the best part.
The end. Yeah, the closing sequence.
Let's see. James Reese, $2. Again, you just sent another super chat. Gee, thanks, man. Or actually, that was one before, I think, the big one he sent. Swinging Cod, Han Solo becomes super gay Gary Stu, and 3 seconds after the camera turns away, he flew out like Neo in the Matrix.
A lot of hugs here.
Beamer, I like the fight between Finn and Kylo. I used to like it.
Why the hug? Why? Nobody cares about Chewbacca's feelings. Cold comfort, here comes R2-D2. These two should hug. Where'd everybody go?
Right here.
Oh, everybody's quiet.
I was giving everybody a moment to kind of see this stuff. I didn't know if you guys wanted to talk about it before I ran through more of these super chats. So, because since we're wrapping up the movie, because I know a lot of the movie's been taken over by me reading super chats, so I wanted to make sure we were commenting on the last few scenes.
All right, I'm back.
You back? Let's see. And here's the point. Okay, so Luke leaves a map to be found, yet he went to the island to not be found, according to Ryan Johnson. Is Jeff still here?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Everybody's enjoying this ending, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's enjoyable about this.
I was almost asleep.
Great Loner says best Mario track equals Toad's Turnpike from Mario Kart 64. Fight me.
I love Mario Kart 64.
I actually don't like Toad's Turnpike that much, but it is definitely a classic, and a lot of people love that one. It's not enough. There's not enough turns in it for me. It's just kind of round and like Ryan Johnson's head. MW77. Ethan, why are you so down on Lucas?
On George Lucas? Oh, no. I wasn't down on no. He's referring to a video I made where I criticized comments that he made back in 1999 in response to being called out for Jar Jar Binks. He blamed the fans. He called us toxic. Who's breathing into the mic like that?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. That's me. People keep complaining that they can't hear me, so I have it next to my mouth. I'll pull it away. Sorry. I'm trying to be Darth Vader.
Yeah, no, I love Lucas. It's okay, Anna. I love George Lucas, but yeah, he goofed. And when you blame the fans, I'm always on. Listen, in order of preference here, it's going to be the fans, George Lucas, and then last Disney when it comes to Star Wars. So I'm always going to side with the fans, no matter who comes after us. And George Lucas did. He called the fans toxic.
Well, look at the SJW fans now. So could have been from that perspective.
Biffy Cannon says you called George Lucas a coward. Yeah, I did. He was a coward in that moment. He exhibited cowardice, I felt. You can disagree. I'm not saying that defines who he is, but in that, I didn't call him a coward. I said in that moment, I said cowardice, and that's what that was. You don't blame the fans for something that's manifestly true that you did creatively, and that the fans didn't like.
All right, Morith sent a super chat and said, "Why?" Don't know what exactly that's for though. Lincoln Stark, they blew up the planet. Han is dead, y'all. Uncle E, Han's dead.
He got out in time.
No, Lando got him.
And Logan Michael 69, Seeks and Camers with C's. Oh wait, no, hang on. Seeks CDN Camers. So you got me all messed up. Obi-Wan 27883, Lord of the Rings Blu-ray extended version watch party with a high council. Blu-ray version has 45 more minutes than the DVD extended version. So good. Down. And this moment was an awesome moment. It was an awesome moment.
Riveting.
2 years we waited to see Luke throw the lightsaber over his shoulder.
Wait. What time are you guys out?
This is where Rey's walking up the steps.
I'm still at the... Okay, I'm behind you guys. Okay, steps.
Anna, Jason Wells says, okay, last super chat, unsubscribed, rude. You have upset Jason Wells now because you only said okay to his super chat.
Jason, you and I will talk later. He's always on my channel.
Good old Jason. All right, here it is. The big reveal. Luke, hey, I'm an old man. I'm angry and I'm here to die. Yet I'm standing up here all, being mysterious.
There's that stupid glazed look in her eyes.
Always, just always dumb. Yeah, this should have been a thing. I mean, it's so disappointing knowing where this went. This really should have been a thing.
Yep.
Why was he here on this island? He went here to commune with the Force. He went here to
so many
meditate.
opportunities. So many opportunities.
He's like,
But Luke Skywalker would have never done that. He spends an entire movie trying to get off of Tatooine.
Well, but again, it depends. What if he's there with Mara Jade and there was some reason he needed to go there to protect her and maybe his kid? There's so many opportunities for storytelling that they pissed away.
He wouldn't abandon Leia.
He wouldn't have. And just look. I mean, look at this face here. It's time now. I've been here preparing for this moment. It's time. That's what that face says.
That's
Let's
what Mark
go
Hamill
do
thought
this.
was going to happen.
I'm an old man. This is like me. I'm an old man, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get in that X-wing. We're gonna go. We're gonna do this one last time, and end this evil that plagues the galaxy. That's what it should have been. God damn it!
Yep.
I hate Rian Johnson. I hate him.
Ditto.
God, I can't.
It's over. Thank God.
Green Adrenaline 6405. Anna, I prefer Elsa. Da-ding.
Yeah, I prefer Elsa too. I didn't like Anna at all.
Slipstream 30 says Teak is from Battle of Endor. Okay, well, sorry. I didn't know who we were talking about. Brandon Moist, Finn laying face down that long probably would have suffocated him. Hashtag plot hole. Nicholas Glenn, Jeff EVS, have you guys seen The Toy Chasers yet? I still haven't seen it myself.
No, not yet.
Still haven't seen it myself. The Fog Creature, this fight scene is like two cosplayers in line for a midnight showing. Damn, that's good. That's good. I'm assuming that was talking about the Finn and Kylo fight, or the Rey and Kylo. Six turning Burning, or for Burning, at least Hugo Weaving is a much better actor. That is true. Forge with your Thundercats profile. I appreciate that. That should have been Luke that caught the saber, not Rey. P.S. Kilimanjaro Quart. Good Lord. Sam Flanagan, Jeremy, solve Chewie's blue balls yet. Ouch. Bagel Goose, Cecil is a jealous god. Gearhard, Moons of Igo from episode 1. Anna is an angel. Anna, you're an angel.
I'm not an angel. I'm a little devil.
Go Jerify. Han is dead as James Gunn's career. Boom. Melissa Anderson, should Leia have hugged Chewie or Rey? She should have hugged Chewie. She should have hugged Chewie easily. I think. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus A. Sabalos Jr. I just want to hear if Jeremy butchers my name. Maybe I can read, maybe I can't. Go
It's
Jerify.
Jesus, actually. It's Jesus. So yeah.
Go Jerify. Anna has the voice of an angel. Seriously, it's nice to have a pleasant voice in these sessions for once.
For
So,
once.
I'm sorry. I think Ethan has a very majestic voice.
Thank
Just
you.
saying.
I agree.
The Kinky Pinkies. The only thing I want to see in episode 9 is Kylo killing every character. Then Chewie rips him in fucking half and rides off in the Falcon chewing on a fucking porg kebab. Yes. Holy shit. That would be amazing. Governor Tarkin. High Council Super Chats. Thanks to James Reese. Hashtag still more profitable than Disney's Star Wars. Matt Zenner, in episode 9, will Maz Kanata be handing Han's head to Rey? And when asked where she got it, that's a story for another time. And then this Yakowski, we're not your classic heroes. We're the other guys. Coney Ranger, Anna over Cecil any day. Sorry, not Cecil.
Thank you.
Savage Rush 012. In retrospect, the fans were toxic. Ethan, I mean, they ripped into the kid that played Anakin as a boy, a little child. Shaunasaur, they call me the Ethan Van Sciver of Jurassic World. Shaunasaur said that.
They think I sound like Jeff Goldblum.
Alex G, Ethan Van Soyver.
That hurts. That hurts. I live a soy-free lifestyle. That's what you know.
Beamer, Jeff, final verdict, this movie doesn't hold up.
Fuck no, it does not.
Wait a minute.
No.
Well, but if you say that, then that would imply that Jeff ever thought it held, and it never held for Jeff.
Well,
ever.
let's talk about that. Because I liked it more this time. I noticed some things that some things really fell apart. But let me just say, I thoroughly enjoyed Harrison Ford, much more than I did. I've only seen this. This is the third time I've seen this movie. First 2 times I just kind of thought it was weird, but I looked at all the subtle nuance of Harrison Ford becoming Han Solo again, and and I pointed them out while I was watching them. I liked it. It's so great to see him as Han Solo.
My problem with this movie is not this movie so much as it's the things this movie set up were never paid off and they were never touched upon in the sequel. I'm not saying the movie doesn't have problems. I had problems with the movie. I had problems when they blew up the Hosnian Prime system. I had problems when Kylo took his helmet off. I didn't like the Rathtar scene. There was a lot of things that bothered me. I wanted Han, Luke, and Leia to be together. But I accepted that as a fan to go, okay, you didn't do this, and I'm going to trust that you're going to have a reason why you didn't do this. Because I don't go into movies going, if I don't get exactly what I want, I'm going to be pissed. I didn't get exactly what I wanted with this movie, but I trusted the creative process. I loved the scene with Rey going under Maz Kanata's castle and touching the saber and having all that Force shit happening with the Knights of Ren and all of that. None of this shit paid off. None of it. That look in Luke's face. Is not the fucking character we got in The Last Jedi. That's not Jake Skywalker. That was Luke Skywalker's face. And Jake Skywalker is who we got in The Last Jedi. So
I agree.
This movie needs the next chapter to justify it, and it never happened. Therefore, this movie is a problem. Let
me compare it to something. I'm a big Beach Boys fan. I love the Beach Boys. Now, in the 1970s, Brian Wilson had gone to bed. He just said, "I'm going to stay in bed for a whole decade." I admire that man. That's stick-to-itiveness. So he stayed in bed. They put out an album called The Beach Boys Love You, which is Brian Wilson saying, all right, I'm going to try to do an album. But he was so mentally ill. This is widely considered to be the worst album ever made. Okay, but it is Brian Wilson. Now, you can listen to that album, and it's so stupid and so bad. There's a lyric that says, "The solar system gives us wisdom." Like, literally, that's so awful, incredibly awful. And yet, as a Beach Boys fan and a Brian Wilson fan, I listen to it, and there's this one moment where the harmonies come together. It's about 30 seconds worth of music. And to me, that makes it okay. And that's kind of how I see The Force Awakens upon third viewing. It is garbage beyond belief. I hate every single character. I can't stand Rey. Nobody acts like a normal human being. Every time Rey is on the screen, I'm angry. Every single time. And I don't know why. But she's so awful. She's so awful. And she doesn't have to bear up under any responsibilities or any consequences of anything that happens. I mean, she just sort of is going, she's like a flat plank of wood that things are happening to. And she responds that way. Having said that, this time I decided to focus all of my positive energy on Han Solo, and I feel rewarded for having done that spiritually. He was good. He was good, and he didn't die. It's clear that he did not die. He never closed his eyes. He never went limp. He just fell. Like I said, old men do that. I do think that he will be in Episode 9. I think this is all conspiracy. Yeah.
So Jeff, what did you think? Is Jeff still here? Jeff said, "Fuck it, he's done. He's done." He said, "I can't take it anymore." This hashtag will, this next super chat will probably speak for Jeff. Governor Tarkin Aaron says, hashtag not my Star Wars.
Yeah.
There it is.
There you are. I said, what? So what are your thoughts, Jeff?
On this movie or hashtag not my Star Wars?
Well, this movie.
This movie is thankfully being seen for what it was, a play for nostalgia. It duped a lot of people. It was a smart business move that brought in a bunch of money, and I can't knock it on that. On a creative level, it's very bankrupt in terms of fresh ideas. Everything's derivative of what came before it, and the future's not bright after it, and we've seen that now with The Last Jedi. So this being a huge hit allowed for substandard Star Wars flicks, and I don't like that.
Well,
I agree with everything Jeff said, by the way.
Yeah, and I do too. I mean, the thing is this. There's this thing that everybody's like, "Oh, me and Jeff are so far apart," and it's not. I think it's just our perspective on how we're viewing it. And this is the thing I do with all movies. It's not just movies that I enjoy. So I look at a movie like Mad Max Fury Road, which I do not like at all. But I look at the numbers. I can't stand it. I can't stand that movie.
Oh, you're drunk.
No, it's a pro-female bullshit movie. That's what it is.
Yeah, but it has a female lead done right.
No. Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2 is a female done right. Okay.
Fury Road is amazing.
Fury Road
is great. It's one of the best movies made
and my point is I understand that I am in the minority on this. I look at the numbers, I look at the data, I look at the box office, I look at all of the reviews, I look at how the reception is, I look at how people look at me sideways, and I go, it doesn't matter what I think. What they should do everything they did in that movie and ignore every criticism I have, because whatever they did works. So fuck my opinion.
Jeremy, you've got a YouTube channel where you express your opinion. Let's not say fuck your opinion. I mean, that's just not necessarily a great business move.
No. But what I'm saying is that I respect the masses' opinion. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So with The Force Awakens, I look at that and I look at Jeff, and the dude said exactly the night he watched it the same thing he says tonight, and he was ahead of the curve. He was way ahead of the curve. So everything that he foreseen, it came true. And so he called it, and I respect that, but I think that a lot of the problems, I still stand by a lot of the problems are The Last Jedi and Rian Johnson's lack of respect for all of it. Like I said, if we would have had a 4 year gap in between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, like think about all the creative opportunities that opens up. You know what I mean?
But even J.J. Abrams, he should have just finished the whole thing, because at the very least, we would have gotten continuity. We would have gotten a better Luke Skywalker. And J.J. Abrams might be kind of a fraud. I don't. That might be an extreme way to say it. I'm trying to be genuine here. And point out what's good about this movie for once, because I spend my every day tearing these movies apart. What was good? Harrison Ford was good. J.J. Abrams had the right idea with Luke Skywalker at the end, the right tone. J.J. Abrams should have directed the next movie. It would have been equally as facile, thin, but it might have paid. He paid respect to the characters, right? I mean, did he get them all right? Did he get Han and Luke and Leia and Chewbacca right? I think he got C-3PO right. It's just the story wasn't any good, and all these other extra characters were so bad. I came away liking Finn a lot more this time. Poe just faded into nothing. He doesn't mean anything. Finn, good performance. Good performance from Harrison Ford. It's just, this isn't Star Wars. Can you imagine? I mean, Star Wars, and it's just like you're picking out little pieces of it that are okay.
That's where we are, guys, in entertainment right now.
Yep. All right. So let me see. Let me catch up here. Luke should come back as Gandalf. Um, Geek Core and yeah, Ahsoka's already pulled that one off, and never mind, no spoilers. Some of you haven't seen all of it, so Geek Chorus and guys, you got to get caught up on the Clone Wars. By the way, Council got to get caught up on the Clone Wars.
I will.
And Anna, you got to get caught up on Rebels. So,
dude, I have one episode to watch, and I just can't
Okay.
bring myself to do it.
all right, well, it's a great episode. So
when is
huh?
Clone Wars premiering? Do we have a date on Clone Wars?
I think it's going to be like 2019 when the streaming service. You got plenty of time. So
Okay, all right. I thought
Plenty
it was
of time.
October. Okay.
no, that's Resistance that's going to premiere this year, later this year. And nobody cares about that one. So we're still going to check it out. We're still going to give you some opinions on that one, though. Geek Course, do you think Rey and had Chewie fixed between 8 and 9? Fixed in quotation marks.
I hope not.
Beamer, I meant it didn't hold up for me. I apologize, Beamer. I know that was probably in reference to something else we were discussing. Scott Knox, didn't hear my super chat earlier, but what were everybody's Snoke theories? I apologize if I missed yours. I don't recall reading a super chat from you, and I don't recall seeing one, so I apologize. As far as Snoke theories, I mean, I try to stay away from fan theories because I think it brings an expectation that only sets yourself up for disappointment. But I think I definitely was of the mind he was Plagueis. When you look at the music that plays during the scene with Snoke in this movie, you compare it to the Darth Plagueis mention in Revenge of the Sith. I absolutely thought he was Plagueis. Absolutely. Anybody else got any Snoke theories?
I didn't have one back then.
No.
I just thought it was stupid.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
have
I
a
didn't
theory
care.
either. It's just
Yeah.
something.
Any guy that's gonna take that loser Kylo Ren as his apprentice, I'm just immediately not afraid of.
Whoa, Anna, nice.
Nice. Savage. Mako Rex. Obi-Wan sits in a bar, says there's no such thing as luck. Then Domino from Deadpool 2 walks up and says, hold my beer. Domino was very, very lucky in Deadpool 2. Art Vandalay. James Naga, not gonna work here anymore. ST Rome, real talk. Screw this Disney shit. The Legends books will always be real canon to me. I gave up on this new shit after the opening crawl of The Last Jedi.
But
I feel you.
real quick, we're going to have a very special expanded universe show on the channel on World Class Bullshitters. So if you guys want to be on the show, email us worldclassbs@mail.com. Make that happen.
Nice. Let's see. Clinton Ramsey, Jesus Christ, 300 bones. I can't compete with that, but wanted you to all know that I appreciate all the entertainment you've provided for me. Clinton, and anybody else, and whether you super chat 300, which we obviously appreciate, whether you super chat $1, or whether you just are commenting and keeping the conversations going, sharing our videos, we appreciate every fucking one of you.
Yep.
More than you know. More than you know.
Legit. We really do. We love you guys.
We talk about
Yeah.
this behind the scenes in private. We're not just saying this shit just to kiss up. Like, we just appreciate it. We really do. You guys make our community what it is. And without you, we wouldn't have this platform. So we thank you so much. Savage Rush 012, Fury Road was hot garbage. Thank you.
Heck no.
I
No.
appreciate it because I was facing some backlash in the comments. So, and Nicholas Glenn follows with a rebuttal to says Anna is the best thing about Geeks and Gamers. Boom,
Aw,
boom.
thank you.
Ah, man, the counterpunch. I couldn't even get a positive super chat about myself before Nicholas comes in with the counter.
Dude, you got the $300 super chat, so you're all good.
Edward Coleman, I'd like some Red Skull from Ray James Gunn style. My face is tired says they only got Han and Leia's personalities right, but they ruined their stories, making Han and Leia divorced. I agree with that. Again, retroactively looking at it, obviously, yes, I was very disappointed that Han and Leia were divorced or at least separated, and I didn't like that. But again, I trusted the story I trusted the creative process, and that was my downfall. Sierra Whiskey 186, Chewie will appear in 9 with a blue mohawk. Benjamin Bellamy, the world needs Star Crash 2. Chloris, how does that say?
Is it Claustoric?
Claustoric. Bonus features, anyone? I don't think we can deal with that. I don't think
I
we
can
can
barely stay awake.
And so since I can't read this super chat, I'm going to let Jeff try that one.
Hold on. I'm watching Beverly Hills Cop. Let me pull up the chat.
Go ahead and read that one, Jeff.
From who?
The one right after Chloris.
My face is tired? No.
Fury Road with Super Mez is the super chat.
Hold on. Holy shit.
Read that name for me.
Rucka? That's it. I can't. The chat is rolling so fast. Stone Loki?
No. It's all good. It was it's a foreign name. There's no way I can read it. So, but anyway, thank you for the super chat. And it says Fury Road was super meh. Boom.
No, it was not.
Another counter.
Do I need to make another rant video about this?
You thought, right? Go ahead, Anna. You make it. You want to make it for Geeks and Gamers? Your channel. It's all good. Either
Make
way.
it for Geeks and Gamers.
Oh, that's from
where this is going
Basil.
Basil, is that how you say that?
Yeah, because normally he'll put Basil or Basil before most super chats. That's like some different kind of.
Yeah, well, they intentionally like to trip me up. So MW77, Andy would not give away his toys. Now Anna's getting more support.
Yep. See, Jeremy.
I've created a monster with you. Ruck says, do you want to see Talon Card? How do you say that? I don't know. You know, I'm not an EU person. And Mara Jade in episode 9, or do you think Disney would just mess things up? I've already said I don't think Mara Jade's going to play in episode 9. I don't think they're going to use any of these EU characters. I think if they do use EU characters, they're going to change their names like they did, with Ben Swolo. They're not going to use them as their name because J.J. Abrams didn't even know who Darth Plagueis was, and that's not even an EU character. That's a canon character. And so I don't think they're going to use any of these expanded universe people. I really don't. And if they do, they're going to change the names, and they're going to change their appearance, and they're going to make them a shell of what they were. Stone_Loki. Jeremy, your Snoke theory sucks. Love y'all. All right, Ryan. All right, Pablo. Kidding. Logan Michael 69. Y'all have a good one except Jeremy. Well, go fuck myself then. All right. So we're caught up on the super chat. All right, Anna, what was your opinion rewatching it?
I honestly was paying more attention to what we were saying than so it was not capturing my attention. That's
it's Basil Lewis. Is that how you say it? Basil Lewis Philippou. It's Greek. Or Basil for short. Fuck, what am I late that I have to super chat just to get my name pronounced right? And the Norwegian guy, has Geeks and Gamers become a political channel now? Asking after the gun video got some InfoWars vibes. I mean, everything's political at this point. So, but no, I don't make political statements on this channel. And I welcome everybody. I don't alienate anyone. So, yeah, I mean, but you have to touch on political topics these days in the geek community. Hell, in the sports community, in everything. Politics is bleeding into everything. So, but my apologies if you got an InfoWars vibe. That's not really my intent. But yeah, there's just topics we have to touch on, and there's things we have to discuss.
Did you turn the frogs gay? I mean, you didn't do that.
I don't think I did. Nicholas Glenn, Jeremy, you're the best thing for white people. Best thing for white people that need activator. Critius says, if you haven't already, please check out Cyberfrog on Indiegogo. You won't regret it. Let's get it. What's Cyberfrog already up to, Ethan?
$445,000. I haven't looked today, but
here's what you need to understand. Everybody that's still listening. We still have 1,200 people listening. For every dollar that you give Cyberfrog, you make an SJW cry. You make them cry every single night.
This wasn't political. You said this wasn't political.
That's not. SJW isn't political. SJW is not political.
Right. It's social. It's social.
Right.
I think you're right about that. And
so if you want to make an SJW, I'm trying to fucking promote for you, Ethan. Get off my back.
Do it. Yeah, do it. My bad.
But if you want SJWs to cry, if you want to see their tears, find Cyberfrog on Indiegogo. Support it. So it's 446,081 is what Doc S just said. So
whoa.
How much of it have you drawn?
I have to draw 60 pages, and I'm 10 pages in. So I've got the whole thing's got to be done mid-September or so. So I'm working my face off right now.
Yeah, definitely. That's why he was late tonight, everyone. So we can forgive him. Atris77, Fury Road sucks so bad. Fist bump, Jeremy. Boom. We're gonna end the show on that.
No.
So it looks like Anna is going to have a Fury Road rebuttal for all of you on the Geeks and Gamers channel. You can look forward to that very soon. Anybody got anything they want to say as we ride off into the Sunset.
Thanks for ruining my Friday night, guys.
Yeah.
Love the High Council, hate my life.
And just so we, and by the way, Jeremy, other Jeremy, thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you.
No problem. Thank you.
And if you need to give any shout outs, sir, feel free to do so right now.
I have no shout outs at this time.
Okay.
Somewhere down the road I will, though, but not right now.
Lord A. Sherman says, movie should have ended with Luke revealing a small squad of Padawans to counter Ben's Knights of Ren. Would have solved all, but wouldn't have solved all, but would have helped. I agree, but there's that's it's neither here nor there now. It's all over.
No,
also,
what would have helped this movie would have been J.J. Abrams actually learning how to write a movie and not copying other plots and changing little bits and pieces of it and doing it extremely wrong and then adding lens flares. It just doesn't make sense. He ruined his horrible remake of The Wrath of Khan, and then what does he do? You can try to make A New Hope. It's a simple hero's journey, and he fails it. So yeah, no.
I think everybody's going to agree with you on that. Edward Coleman, no bad jokes. Love everything you guys do. Thank you, Edward. Let's see. Cronoris, or however you say it, I don't even know. Support Ethan's quest to turn all girl IPs male.
Correct.
Rainbow Brute.
Rainbow Brute coming up.
Six turning 4 burning. The Road Warrior was the best of those movies and the best tag team. Bro, yes. Road Warriors, Legion of Doom. What a rush.
New Age Outlaws.
You think the New Age? No, I like the New Age Outlaws.
Honestly,
Okay,
I don't think they're the best tag team. They're my favorite. But there are other tag teams I'd say are better than the Road Warrior.
Road Dogg actually lives here in the Pensacola area. I met him about a few months ago, actually.
Tell me he's fucking up SmackDown.
So I definitely will. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna end this tonight. Subscribe to World Class Bullshitters. Subscribe to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Subscribe to Geeks and Gamers. We just passed 69,000 subs. Thank you so very, 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 very much.
Yeah, help me get to 67,000, please.
Yes, please do. And Demolition is an awesome tag team. Doc S, I see you in the comments. And then subscribe to That Star Wars Girl. She will be dropping links in the comments as we are writing off into this.
Links,
okay.
I'll continue.
But we appreciate that. Sylvester Stallone Cobra. That's a great one right there. But anyway, we appreciate it. It's been a great night. We appreciate all of your support. We will see you Tuesday here on the Geeks and Gamers channel for the next High Council. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.